like a hostage situation. Do it.
Do it.
Fucking do it.
Do it now. Fucking do it.
Okay, I started a stream, guys. I started a stream.
Start the fucking stream right now. That's a fucking. I'm gonna fucking kill you, man.
And
Hello, and welcome everyone. Hi, welcome to Tales of Fruit. You better fucking watch or I'll fucking kill you. Hey, motherfuckers!
Hey, motherfuckers!
What up, fucking? What up, you mango munchers? What is going on? Welcome back to Tales of a Fruit. Oh,
Ooh.
I heard the audience clapping and cheering. I don't know about you
I
guys.
heard it. I heard it like an epic theme song in my head as well.
Yeah, I heard like a mad guitar riff that just came down as soon as I said it. Fireworks in the background. Oh, one day, guys.
Speaking of tropical
One day I'll
fruits,
set up
should we
fireworks inside
introduce our devil fruits that we've been discussing for half an hour?
I feel like it's not on
That's
topic to our current campaign, but sure.
Can I
Guys,
re-roll my devil fruit, please?
No.
No.
Oh, come on.
You can show your animation again.
No.
We can take that talk.
No.
Okay.
We don't like.
we'll get to that when we reach that campaign, which is far away from now.
Okay.
Ooh,
We're
but now
not
you guys got
keeping
a
those
little.
fruits, though. Jesus.
You really don't want that fruit, eh?
No.
We'll roll it when it comes to that campaign. Now, for any of you watching, and you can see there's obviously a new campaign in the works. Ooh, you don't even know who's DMing that. What's gonna be that's a
Exciting.
whole new thing.
Yeah,
Super exciting.
it's
Only
got with
him
but-
has devil fruits.
it's got with fruits to do.
Exactly, which is very topical
On-
for us, or should I say,
Very
tropical.
tropical.
Oh, very
Fuck,
tropical.
Get you. Ha, nice
Yeah,
cut.
you're good at that.
No, really, come back. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I'll wait for him to fucking put his thing. Hey, Willie, look, I'm not gonna lie. That was a bit dramatic, bro.
That's my middle name.
It's true. It's true.
Jesus.
Guys, welcome back to Tales of a Fruit.
Fucking broke my arm.
And welcome back to the Final Expanse, which we're going to be continuing on with. It's been a wee while since we played, but hey, all of you know the story. If you don't, check out the YouTube. We'll rewatch some videos, get up to date, see what our adventurers have been up to and where we're currently at now. I guess before diving into it, next week we'll probably be potentially running a one-shot, or might be diving into another episode of the Black Rose, which we've been streamed one of before, but you'll find out where that comes. Yeah. Other than that, is there any other little things you guys want to input before we kick it all off?
Yeah, cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
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 Let's kick some ass today.
Heck yeah, like we always do. Or try.
Oh yeah.
Let's eat some ass and kick some butts.
Hell yeah, you
Yeah.
guys can do that. You know what? I might kick some ass today.
Ooh.
Let's do
Oh no.
Oh la la.
So I have this appointment I have to get to.
Where's
Don't
the
you fucking
drag?
dare. Don't you fucking dare, I've got you here. You're stuck. You're stuck for the next couple of hours.
Our dungeon daddy is scared of chucking dragons at us now because
Mm. Dungeon Daddy's not scared of chucking dragons, are you? It's cute that you think that though.
he just needs more than one now.
Basically.
Or maybe I just need one that's a little more mature.
a little more
Ooh.
less
white.
Ribbit.
Less literally fucking sick like the last one.
It was fun.
Who knows?
Sick.
We'll see what happens. It's not the point. It's not what's happening because that's not even where you're at right now. There's no dragons to be seen. I mean, you don't know that. You are in the
Are
sky.
we sure?
Quick
Can I make a
recap.
perception check?
Sure. 20 second perception check.
And we're off.
And we're off. First roll of the night.
Bam.
22.
22. There's no dragons around.
Okay.
At
Twigs is
the
just like.
moment. Actually, I'll tell you what, Twigs. Hold fire on that perception roll, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay.
Because first, I'll hit you all, preferably for the players, with a quick recap of where we're at, and all those who are watching. So what was left of the mismatch have been making their way eastward from the Arcturus Kingdom to Draconia. After stopping off in Ralva, you made a bunch of new friends of all sorts of different sizes, who have continued to accompany you further eastward for common cause or common matters. You all were on your way to Draconia. You managed to survive a deadly storm, and even worse, the sky pirate ambush that came out of the clouds, which you managed to send running, or I should say, smoking back into the clouds with flaming colors. And you continued in your direction, seemingly successful with only a partially damaged ship. And as all of you are flying eastward through the clouded morning sky, Axel, you wake up after having a crazy, vivid dream. It was super intense, with a bunch of people killing themselves. All of a sudden, you came out of nowhere. You felt godly. You were toying with these before one seemed victorious. They were relatively shy. Who knows what happened there? Regardless, you wake up feeling well rested. Make your way up to the deck. Sorry. To be greeted by the clouded morning sky that has these ripples of pinks and peaches that are sung by the sunrise ahead. All of you join to see that the sunrise is seemingly being unfairly stolen, as the blackened stone cliffs continue to steal the horizon from your view. Still continue to steal the horizon from your view, the closer you get. It's a weird sensation for all of you that are on the White Whisper, as you wait for the sky to seemingly brighten up with the day, but only to have most of it consumed by these entrapping walls that seem to be around you. To your left, you see that these black cliffs seem to wrap around the encompassing the whole northern horizon, and it seems to extend far into the distant right also, vanishing into the clouds. What you're left with is this tall, large stone wall that vanishes into distance, entrapping you, encasing you within the world, within the Final Expanse. The only break is this natural gateway that seems to be in the direction in which you are heading. It is ever so slightly lit by the glow of what you can assume, and was told to you by Aneako, are the Gates of Fusian. A glow that is beginning to pale in comparison to the oncoming daylight. Twigs, with a 22 perception, you do notice that there seems to be sort of towards, in the distance, towards this crevasse that seemingly has the gate, you do notice what looks like a bunch of different flying creatures. Although from this distance you can't really make out what they are. You don't see a dragon though with a 22.
Okay.
So lucky you, I suppose. So as you guys continue to sail forward, Goffrey, tweets and caws and growls and cries fill the forest with the chaos of nature. Gigantic trees with trunks the size of houses, and canopies that wrap and intertwine with a leafy membrane, like a blanket of twigs and branches covering the vibrant forest from all outside of it. This forest is wild, a little scary, but has this weird sensation of home. There seem to be white vines that fall from the canopy low to the ground around you, covered in these pink flowers that almost glow, creating almost like natural fairy lights within the forest. But as your foot hits the ground, snapping and crunching the nature below it, some of these flowers seem to retract into the vine. Your other foot swiftly follows as more flowers go back in themselves as your feet quicken and quicken. You slide under low branches. You leap over logs and streams as you continue to run with speed through this forest. Your target is close ahead. I'd like you to roll an acrobatics or athletics check. Your call.
Ooh. The first roll ever for...
First roll ever.
And we go with a nat 1.
A nat one.
I got it.
As you are continuing to run through this forest with these vines and these...
And we lost him. It was so bad he disconnected.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Should have
He's
rolled a 2 at least.
Yeah.
Hi. The nat 1 broke your internet.
Hey,
Hey,
am I back?
You're back.
for me at least.
Yeah, cool. We'll just wait for Willie to get back. Or we can continue anyway. So with that natural one, as you run through this extremely dense, lush green forest under the darkened canopy, you're almost distracted by these flowers that seem to extract and retract into the vine, almost like flashing with a globe. You don't know if it's deterring you, but regardless, in your moment of distraction, you feel something catch your foot as you whack, smack, face first into the ground. You kind of lift yourself up as you feel something cling onto the edge of your face as you realize you're just covered in mud. No, you don't take any damage, even though it's a natural one. You do eventually get yourself back up and continue to pursue the target that you know is ahead of you. Eventually, you reach an opening where the trees don't seem to guard the forest. It seems to be very long grass with blue reeds speckled across. This entire field coats the near circular outcropping, and broken only by a scattering of large boulders within this opening. And you know that she's here. What would you like to do?
Oh. I would try to sneak in to the...
All right, give me a stealth check.
That's 19.
19. You feel pretty confident with the tall grass, jumping from boulder to boulder, that you're relatively quiet. Now that you find your footing and you're not falling in mud and seemingly sneaking your way through, what would you like to do next?
Sorry. So I know she's in the like a cavern.
It's like an outcropping. It's like
Oh,
essentially like a gap in the trees. So where this thick jungle seems to open up into what looks like maybe a 50 by 60 foot almost circular field where the trees are broken away and elements of the blue sky are creeping through as well as the sunshine. There's tall grass with these long blue reeds layered throughout, and then scattering of boulders in here. And yes, you know that your target is here, that she is here somewhere within it.
Then I would try to... This bit tall grass. Can I try to climb a tree?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
I would say climbing a tree is going to be an athletics check.
Athletics. 23.
It's athletics in 23, easy enough. You go to the edge of the outcropping, you climb a tree, and you have this this view, this large view over this opening. Roll a perception check for me then.
Now 20.
Nat 20. Damn, calm down, man. Your dice are going nuts already. Straight off the bat, I can feel them from here. After searching for not very long at all, in fact, from the moment you sort of climb to the tree and start to look down, you do notice behind one of the rocks, seemingly as small as they can be, Lily sits there trying to hide from you. It's funny, she's younger than you remember. What
I
was
would,
that, Stu?
I would climb down the moment I saw Lily and run up to her.
And easy enough, you remember the boulder, you climb down and run up to her. As you do, you look around before she kind of peeks up at you with this very warm and very comforting smile. As she kind of stands up, wide grin, flowing hair and bare feet seemingly in the grass. She kind of gives you a smack as she goes like, "This is unfair. You always find me."
Yeah, you're not so hard to find.
Oh, I mean, with a nat 20, fuck, yeah. No one's hard to find. Like,
I tell her that I roll a nat 20. You're easy to find.
she's like, "What's a nat 20? Sounds like bullshit." She seemingly jokes around with you a bit before you do notice that a set of clouds seem to flow over the top, the opening in this canopy. The world begins to darken ever so slightly. You watch as Lily's demeanor shifts from very playful to anxious as she turns to you and says, her expression dropping, "Joffrey, I'm scared.
Why are you
The
scared?
world seems to darken. I don't think I can control it anymore." You watch as flipping up from this long grass, these wooden planks seems to rise into place, creating walls around you. The grass at your feet dies and withers away, leaving floorboards below you. The sky is ripped from your view as a ceiling falls on top of the manor room that now you and Lily stand in. Lily hasn't broken eye contact with you, as all of a sudden you stand in this darkened wooden interior.
I would just hug Lily.
You go to hug her and she steps back from you instinctually as she goes, "I'm sorry. Please help me." As wooden planks rise between the two of you, creating another wall and leaving you alone in this room.
I would start chopping at the wooden board between us.
Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's 11.
11. What are you using to hit?
Short sword.
A short sword. You draw your short sword out. You smack it once. You slice again, trying to carve through what feels like sturdy wood now, until the third time comes back down. You hit. It sinks into the wood almost too far, further than your strength stood of, and you watch it continue to sink as the wood almost splinters out and grabs the sword. Splinters out and grabs the sword. You try to pull it out before your sword is literally swallowed by the wall in front of you.
Is there a door around me?
Make a investigation check.
12.
12. You start frantically searching around, and this wood is... this room is familiar, though it is empty. It is no more than wooden planks on the ground, wooden planks on the wall, and a ceiling. You search frantically, finding nothing, before eventually you loop back around to the first wall in which had separated you and Lily, the one that ate your sword. And as you come back to it and turn to see it, what wasn't there before, sitting right in the center, is a door.
I would go and open the door.
You reach out and grab onto the door to open it. I'd like you to roll a dex save for me real quick.
15.
15. With a 15, you take 2 points of fire damage as the handle burns, raging hot. Heat coming from what seems like on the other side. You see small elements of smoke beginning to billow out as you creak the door open. The more it opens, the more billowing black smoke that seems to flow and fill the room around you. And you watch as a large spidery hand comes reaching towards you. As it gets closer, fingers begin to grow out of it. Fingers that shouldn't be there. Going from 5, 10, 20, 30, until it feels like 1,000 hands reaching over you. You're frozen in place as a voice creeps out and goes, "Home time?"
What did it say?
Home time, essentially. I'd like you to roll another dex save for me.
21.
21. With a 21, you wake in a flash. In an instant, the world seems to rock into existence with the very hammock that you've called home. With a good dex save, you didn't fall out the hammock. You hear a voice. Greet you as you come back to consciousness. As they go, "You right, Jeffrey?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bad dream.
Reality begins to greet you once more as you say that. And you find yourself in the ship. The very ship that has been your home for a number of months while traveling around.
Oh, wow. I would sit up and contemplate about this dream and then shake it off and go and eat breakfast, I suppose. If it's morning, I guess.
I mean, you would have to find out. You do see a fellow, one of your performers is currently sitting next to you, a small lantern that seems to light up their face as well as the room ever so slightly as they seem to be passing through a book. You take a moment to reflect before getting yourself up as you begin to creep as your feet land on the floorboards as you step out of your hammock. Your fellow performer turns around to you and goes, "It's good you're awake anyways. Rolodoc has made his decision and it sounds like we're thinking about turning around for that gig."
So we're not gonna move forward like we thought?
I know. It seems like a waste of time, but to be honest with you, I'm happy to go back to Icarus. Draconia is a bit uptight for me anyways.
Well, I am certainly not ready for that. I have to go back. We are already been there. Why would we go back?
Apparently the deal's too good to mess up. I bet it's the biggest theater in Brightstar in the south of Icarus.
I don't think I will continue with you then.
I mean, that's a bold call. I'm not the one you should be telling, though, if you're going to make that decision. Maybe you have some breakfast before making hasty things. You seem like you had a rough sleep.
Maybe I should. I'll just leave the room.
And you do. You leave the room out into the halls of the hull of the ship. These halls below the deck of the ship are a clusterfuck of fabrics and tools and instruments and all the other performance equipment that could be squeezed into this dim hull that you've called home for a while now. As you're climbing through the mess, past your fellow shipmates, nothing, the usual climb to get out to the surface. You are stopped by a familiar voice that comes from above you. Looking up, you do see one of the acrobats, currently tangled in ropes and ribbons, seemingly hanging pretty comfortably, as she yells down to you and goes, "Hey, kiddo!"
Hello there.
She throws a small bag at you. Easy to catch. You catch it in your arm. As she responds, "There's that gold that I owe you."
What was it from again?
You borrowed me some gold back in Arcus.
Oh yeah.
Remember when we were out doing, the
of course.
thing?
Yeah, thank you.
She kind of winks at you of it, and before seemingly just going back to hanging up at the ceiling of the sort of ropes and her ribbons.
Jeffrey, don't wink back.
Oh, okay. As Joffrey turns the cold shoulder, you can add to your inventory 30 silver, as well as 12 gold, as well as 1 platinum.
Whoa.
Kinky night.
Oh. Embarrassing.
When the DM.
Joffrey begins to blush. I love that. You carry on to the deck, I imagine.
Yeah, carry on.
And as you rise to the top of the deck, you realize that the day has barely begun. The shadow of the black walls right next to you keep this crevasse that is the gate darkened. But looking eastward, you can see the sun beginning to sing its morning song through the opening of the crevasse. You notice that a lot of your crew are already at work, seemingly prepping for departure.
I would ask the closest one. Are we departing now?
Probably pretty soon on the captain's orders. We're just gonna get prepared so I can sit down and relax for the rest of the morning anyway.
Oh, so there's no stress then. Then I would go to the captain. If I know
And
where
easy
he
enough to
is.
find.
Yeah.
He's easy to find. He's up at the I don't know the technical term for parts of the ship. He's by the steering wheel. He's
steering wheel
up at
thingy.
what's the name of that guy?
He's doing the room.
Is that the cockpit? Fuck!
It's not a cockpit. God damn it.
helm?
What is it?
Driver's
The
seat.
helm!
Oh shit.
Yes. You got it. Thank you, Tole. Right about the helm. There seems to be a small table set up with a little bit of scattered bits of bread and fruit, a couple cups of coffee, seemingly chatting with another member who you know is the navigator. He does notice you approach as he turns and lifts his shoulders up quite proudly to greet you, the warm smile on his half drow face as you approach Roladoc. So turn around. Joffrey, I'm sure you've heard the good news.
So is it true? We are leaving.
Yeah.
Then I am not
Hey.
coming with you.
What do you mean?
I'm terribly sorry, but I can't move back. I have to move forward.
Joffrey, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. This isn't going back. The amount of gold we can make of this performance is...
For you, it certainly is, but not for me. All life will not continue from here on out.
You notice the I wouldn't say worried demeanor, but the almost concerned, convincing expression that was on Rolladog's face seems to straighten, stiffen. There's a moment of acceptance and I mean, it's about what you can see. A moment of acceptance as they redo their collar back up and look at you and go, "It sounds like you've already made your mind."
I have. You guys have certainly helped me a lot during this time, and I've loved staying with you, but I'm sorry I have to depart.
There's a warm expression that comes over Rolladog. Something you haven't felt in a long time. As a single hand lands on your shoulder as they get a little bit closer. And they go, I understand. But I tell you what, get yourself a cup of coffee. Let me fetch you a wee parting gift.
I would love to, thank you.
Call it a thank you for all that you've done for us. And a reminder that we're here if you need.
Well, thank you. I will certainly remember that, and I'll be here for you as well if you ever need me.
I do hope so. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. They seem to walk gracefully down the stairs, saluting and waving at a few of the fellow performers. You know, there's the odd high five as they seem to go down the hull. You manage to fetch yourself a cup of coffee. A few moments, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes pass before they come back up, seemingly finding you holding what looks like a backpack, essentially. But it's like a single strap that kind of goes over here with this kind of large canvas back. It's a little bit patchworked, but it's got a pretty sturdy looking dark brown leather with this sort of black stitching, a few pockets on the outside. As they come up to you and go, you know, when I was roaming through the expanse with a few friends of mine, partaking in shenanigans and adventures, helping people and falling out, this definitely came in handy. Now, having a ship at my disposal, I haven't really touched this in years, and call it a favor that I hope one day you will repay. They hand the bag over to you.
Depends on what's in the bag.
Single. Would you like to open the bag?
Yeah.
Roll a dexterity. No, I'm kidding.
I was ready.
You die. You die. Roll a new character. You open the bag, and there seemingly is nothing in it except absolute pure fucking darkness. You look into it, and it's like looking into the endless expanse of a night sky above you, except it's confined to the opening of the pouch. There's no walls, there's no bottom, there's no items in it. It's like a void.
Goffrey would look confused and then just look up at him and go, so why would this require a favor back?
Oh, my friend, pats you on the shoulder one more time and goes, trust me, it will. Take a bit of time, learn how it works. Not everything's going to be handed to you like this bag. So where are you heading?
I'm not sure, but I will be moving forward and not going back to like you guys are. I have to find someone else to travel with, probably.
Well, you're in the right spot. The gate seems to be a relatively easy place to hitchhike rides back and forward. I'm sure it won't be long until someone is heading east for you.
That's true, it certainly is, but thank you so much for all this time. I will be heading out immediately.
Well, Goffrey, it's been a pleasure. All the best to you, and I guess spread the name about Rolodog's Random Rascals.
Of course.
Gives you a little scarf on the head before another voice kind of comes up and goes, Rolodog, we need to finish this mapped out. I think there's a wee storm getting ready. He goes, yeah, right, all right, I'm coming. Goffrey turns around before heading back off to the table that's sitting by the helm.
Bye, Rolodog. I will miss you. Then I'll just leave.
And you do. You go to the edge of the ship. You notice that the warm glow is beginning to swallow the dim lanterns that hang throughout the gate, throughout the station. You cross the thin wooden gangplank to the main floor, to the main platform. Looking down as you do, you can see another ship is parked below yours. They seem to be unloading crates and barrels. And below that, there is nothing but the black walls that seem to fade into the endless expanse below. You feel the slight sway of the gate of the station as the metal support beams that skewer the station between the walls creak with the wind. Despite how early it is, the station is kind of in full swing. Deckhands running around, sort of grabbing and moving boxes. You see a few Draconian Kaloon riders that are chatting, fully armored with a cup of coffee. In fact, make a perception check for me.
Oh, I forgot to take my coffee. Fuck.
You forgot to take your coffee?
Yeah. 12.
12. Yeah. And you see
there.
this gate seems to be going about and doing its thing. Is there anything you would like to do?
Is there? Can I like? Do I see here like a center of the platform? I guess there are different platforms with different ships.
Yeah. So there's currently, from what you can tell, there's only 2 ships that are docked in there. But there's sort of 3 tiers of platforms. Judging by the space and depending on the size of the ship, it looks like each level can hold sort of 2 ships on each side. So there can ultimately be like quite a few, upwards of sort of 12 or so ships parked in here at max capacity. You only see currently the ship that is below you. So on the platform below.
I would go to the place below and like try to see the people working there. Just watch a little bit.
And easy enough, you go into the center of the station, which almost has like this metal walled room that seems to cut through the center as you kind of go in through the opening. The archway, there's a staircase that seems to go down. You take that down to the platform below you, which is the bottom platform. And as soon as you get down there, pretty much nearly everyone you can see who's running around seems to be a crew on this ship. The ship's a bit bigger than yours, but roll a what would you roll for this? Roll a ship check. Roll a history check for me. Roll a history check for me. Sorry. Roll a ship check. You've got that stat, right?
Yeah.
A vehicle check.
I have expertise in ship shaking.
Okay.
13.
13. With a 13, it looks like a cargo ship.
If everything looks like normal, they're just working on the ship, loading, unloading shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, then I
Yeah.
would walk up to the first one I see that I think works on the ship. And
Easy enough. You kind of walk up to two folks who are currently in the process of picking up a box and moving it towards the edge of the ship. They seem to be sporting what looks like a similar colored sash, or it's more like a bandana that's been tied around their neck. And you notice a lot of the crewmates seem to have this. It has a similar blue and red coloration to a lot of iconography that's placed upon the ship. You approach these 2 that are carrying this crate. They seem to drop it down before they stretch out a bit before seemingly going back to the next barrel before you approach them.
so where are you fellow travelers heading next?
We're taking this whole back up to Orcris. Probably stop off in Fentham. I think we've got a few drop-offs there.
Oh, you're going western.
Yeah, of course.
Then I would just leave. And
Yeah, then one of them turns to the other and was like, that was fucking weird.
then I would go to the closest thing to like a gathering point for where are the ships, so I can see where the ships are coming in and stuff like that, and try to wait for now, since I just woke up and it's early still.
And there isn't a gathering point per se, but these platforms are unwalled. They're open and exposed to the air around. So if you head to the eastern side of either platform, then you are ultimately looking out over the edge to the eastern expanse, and the same with the west as well. You spend a bit of time not drinking a cup of coffee because you forgot to bring it. I guess mulling over the dream, working out what your next plan of attack is before eventually you do see flying in from the west a ship that is aiming towards the station. Its features are highlighted by a magical glow, making it bright within the sort of darkened, overcast early morning. And speeding in front of it is an armored flying creature that seems to be beelining it straight for the gate. It rapidly approaches before the wings spread out. Its body straightens as two large claws seem to latch onto the support beams on the gate. As it lands, it seems to shake off a bit. As you notice, the armored rider that sits on top lifts up the helmet and looks upwards toward the station. As you hear a voice coming from seemingly out of view go, "What's going on, rider?" You see the rider adjust themselves. They take the helmet off fully before they seem to look upwards towards something you can't see as they yell, "Not sure, sir. They don't appear to be hostile, but they have a fucking giant on the ship. And I also confirmed 2 Warforge, both ungemmed."
I will fucking murder everyone who looks the wrong way at me, right?
Well, this is certainly interesting.
Mismatch, or those on the White Whisper. Twigs, as you begin to get closer, you're keeping an eye on the thing that you spotted earlier, and you can sort of see these winged flying creatures that seem to be flying around the gate. As you're seemingly pointing them out, I assume you do you point them out to the others?
Do they look dangerous?
You can't tell. It's too far away.
I will probably point out the flying fucks.
And Axel, Fawtheen, upon this approach, you notice it as well. It almost looks like, from the distance, like little birds that seem to be flowing around this gate.
No,
Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Yeah, Fawtheen would kind of like to go towards Iñaka, wherever he is.
Mm-hmm. He's actually right next to you. Currently up by the helm with the rest of you staring off towards the gates.
What is this that we see in the distance?
Well, I mean, my calculations are correct, and his voice is interrupted by the rush of air that sounds around you as a flapping set of wings steals all of your attention. You watch as the crew members seem to jump and step away from the edges for a bit, as the sound is brought on by a large creature that seems to rise next to the White Whisper. A creature that both Fawtheen and Axel you've actually seen before.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And Twigs, you got your dragon, because this is a wyvern. Though not like how you encountered it earlier. The green glow from your ship's thrusters are reflecting off the steel plate armor that this dragon-like creature is adorned with. And atop that sits a armored rider, both soaring next to you with speed and grace. The rider scouts to the ship before making eye contact with you, Axel, and salutes. There's a moment where butterflies fill your stomach, Axel, as you realize that this is a member of the Kaloon Riders, Draconia's very own air force. The rider and their wyvern seem to pick up speed with a powerful flap of the wings, and then they turn hard, crossing over the deck of the ship In the second that they pass over the ship, you see as the rider casts something, as this flash of light, this large sphere, burns into existence, outlining and illuminating the part of the ship in which it encompasses, as if it was a bright sunny day, as if it was a spotlight on it. And Naoko turns to you, Fawtheen, and goes, if I was going to guess, it's probably those things.
Oh, should I hide? Are they friendly towards Warforged?
Well, Draconia is a free place. Well, I mean, we'll have to find out, huh?
I mean, he has already seen you, so.
Yeah, it's too late now. And judging by the golden light they just put over us, well, we're not escaping the gates.
Okay.
But, Captain, if I'm being honest, I don't know if it's the Warforged that I'm worried about as much as that thing. And he points over towards the front of the ship, and you see, no! I can't even take it. As you see this large, eyeless giant that seems to sit up and goes, that was a crazy dream. I could see I had wings. As they go, Axel! Axel! As the Cookie Monster wakes up, currently illuminated by this magic that seems to be lighting up the front of the ship.
I mean, if we can convince them that he's not dangerous, we've got him this far.
Yeah, that is true. We have gotten him this far, but well, I mean, you're the captain. Let's see what happens, huh?
Yeah. Let's just go for it. They've already seen him as well, so.
And you guys continue on forward. As you approach, you start to get a better glimpse at this very unique structure. The station itself is like a diamond shape, with 3 open floors or open platforms through the middle of it, which you can currently see 2 skyships parked alongside, one above the other. Despite the large, dormant, arcane thrusters that you can see at the bottom of this structure, it is kept aloft by multiple steel beams that pierce into the stone of either side within this crevasse. You can see multiple wyverns with riders, either flying around or landed on the station waiting for orders. And as you get closer, you notice as 2 of these Kaloon riders seemingly fly out to meet you. One of them gesturing towards you to halt.
I'll stop the ship.
You begin to slow down as one of them banks off and begins to almost do a wide circle and continue to circle around the ship. While the other rider and their wyvern fly up to the front before landing at the front of the ship. They jump off, raise their helmet, and don't approach past the front of the ship. Seemingly there's a giant blocking between you guys currently. But from this distance, you do see a black dragonborn figure. It's rather sharp and aggressive features, and adorned with what you would know, Axel, the signature golden draconian armor. As they go, can I speak to the captain, please?
Axel.
Alright. And there you
Give me your ear quickly before.
Yeah.
What? Sing, little bird. And I will cast. I will swipe on my egg and I will blow a little bird towards him with where is it? Enhance ability. I'm giving him Eagle Splendor. So you hear a little as it flies in towards his heart. and sinks in.
So, Axel, note down that you do have advantage on all charisma checks.
Oh, nice.
I will slap your ass. You go, boy. You go.
And Echo,
And
you wanna take the wheel?
You said that to an anchor?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah,
alright,
nah,
Captain.
I'm good, man.
Good luck. He kind of steps on the wheel. And you notice like the that eagle and that car and that beautiful bit of magic that Twigs blew towards you. It was beautiful, but the real magic, the real enhanced ability came from that ass slap. I'm just saying.
It's a fucking bardic inspiration right there.
Exactly. That's it. Honestly, you got an extra bardic inspiration just for that fucking slap. The only way that could have been stronger is if he did multi-class as a
Oh,
bard,
can I do something fun?
What would you like to do?
Can I slap his ass with a guidance too?
Sure. Sure. Easy. So you're just like
Double slap.
no, you just got this double like ability. You just feel so powerful. Like as Twigs empowers you with a combination of fiery druidic magic and just straight up bro love.
It's only for 1 minute. I don't think you're gonna be able to use it within it. There you go.
Well, we shall see.
And I'll just
Do you approach the fellow dragon?
Fawtheen is gonna
Yeah.
like walk right behind Axel and just stand tall, just like as a in quotes bodyguard, almost like a bodyguard.
Sure. And you do so. You go past Cookie Monster as he goes, I can smell you, Axel. As you kind of keep past.
I'll cook Mr. Cookie. I'll be right back with you. I'll come back.
Okay. As you continue to walk up the front of the ship where the wyvern is currently landed, you see this dragonborn, and it's quite a interesting scene as you walk up. Dragonborn to dragonborn. This black, aggressive, quite a bit taller than you, probably somewhere around 6'5" or something. Black scaled, adorned in gold armor, kind of stands off with you. This more regal, more well dressed, or less armored blue dragonborn that you are. Your bodyguard, Fawtheen, seemingly standing tough behind you, and the wyvern that they have seemingly holding stature behind them. You approach.
And I'll reach out my hand and be like, hello.
They nod and reach out a hand back to shake.
Yeah.
As they shake, they go, I'm Kalun Rider. I am Kalun Rider Artemin.
My name is Axel.
Axel. And you are the captain of the ship?
Yes. That's correct.
Kind of gives a nod, looks back behind you, looks back at you, crosses arms. What is your business in Draconia?
It's my hometown. I haven't been there for quite a while.
Well, I do like to welcome Dragonborn home to his hometown, but I need to ask.
Yeah.
What's with the giant?
We found him, and he's not the smartest, so we took him in, took care of him. He wouldn't survive.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
With advantage, because of the fucking eagle.
With advantage, yeah.
That's 16.
16. We look at you and look back at the Cookie Monster, who's just like, "Nah, nah." Before coming back to you, look, you understand, we cannot let a giant into Draconian territory.
He's harmless. I promise you. I mean, we've taken him this far. We found him in Ralva, and he's gotten this far and not destroying the ship.
For all I know, you could be bringing him to attack Draconia. Look, Captain Axel Reyes. Strong name. This is not my decision to make. I unfortunately cannot let you dock at the gate. But we can ferry you and the 2 Warforged that we've spotted to the gate, where you can meet with the gatekeeper and a real decision can be made.
Fair enough.
But the ship will have to stay here, with the giant included.
Fair enough.
Right.
Sounds like a deal.
Kind of nods before shuts the helmet back down. The golden, literally in the shape of a dragon's head, closes over their dragonborn head before they climb back up onto the wyvern. And begin to take off. These 2 dragons. The one continues to circle around the ship while the other one takes off. A few minutes pass, 5-10 minutes, before you do notice a small ferry, a small ship with the same sort of arcane thrusters. A shuttle, you could say, seems to come slowly head towards your ship. It's not dissimilar from the ferry that Fawtheen, Axel, and your previously deceased friend used to get to the Cove of Crosses, if you remember.
Yeah.
Just a lot newer and a lot in much better condition than that one. It seems to pull up alongside the ship before it gets there, or is there anything you guys would like to do?
I'll just go back to the helm of the ship and I'll be like, so I need to convince the gatekeeper to bring Mr. Cookie Monster.
We have a plan with Cookie Monster.
Don't really have a plan, I'll just try and convince him.
Yeah, right.
That is harmless.
You know, I actually know a little ritual that we could alter him.
Yeah.
Like, not like you do it for an hour, like forever.
Oh shit, you do?
You can do that.
Oh yeah. It involves a little bit of murder, but
What?
that's how all rituals goes, right?
It involves a little bit of murder.
Yeah. And it costs a lot of, I need a lot of shit to do that. But maybe we can talk him into that. We're trying to fix him, and trying to reincarnate him into something different so he can fit into society. But we just need the ingredients, and it costs, around 1,000 gold pieces. But I could fix him. I'm just saying. I just learned this. I haven't tried it, but my former elder taught me how to do this.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying it might help out in having a proposition to make when we arrive there.
Yeah.
Right?
Seems like a plan.
Yeah, right. And don't worry, I don't have to murder any of you guys. He just needs to die and come back, right? It's harmless. It's a victimless crime.
Alright, yeah.
That's pretty intense. Feels kind of weird to play with life, like you're saying.
As you say that, your fellow Warforged seemingly looks at you, Fawtheen. I guess with an expression that just points out the irony.
And also I need to take these two with me.
I mean, if you want to die, I can do it to you too. And I look at the other Warforged too. I can fix your problem if you want. You just need to hand me the cash, right?
They stand up tall. No, obviously expressionless, but like quite defensive as they go, I don't need fixing.
Are you sure? There's a big problem with you. And it's all over your face or your body.
They seem to reserve themselves before turning to you, Axel, and go, why do we need to come?
Probably because they want to meet you and see that you're not dangerous. Not like the Warforged. Like the ones... I think so.
Well, then no problem. I will come.
Yeah. Alright, 14, you coming?
Yes, of course.
Are we flying on the wyvern back there?
No, that ferry, that shuttle, about this time now pulls up to the side of the ship. Currently helmed by one pilot, for less of a better term, and there's also two other gold-armored Draconian soldiers or Kaloon riders, you're not too sure, that are currently on the side.
Yeah.
One of them gives you a little knowing salute to board.
I'll salute back and I'll board.
Right before you exit, you do hear a booming voice that seems to come over and goes, "Actually, I want to be a tiger."
Twigs, do you want to give him a cookie?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, right. I'll turn back into the kitchen. I'll get him one of those big cookies. I'll hand it over to him.
Pie-sized cookies.
Yeah.
Just roll a d20 for me. Just roll a d20 for me, and add. I don't know. Add your proficiency.
Is this for how good the cookie is, or?
Yeah, this is your cookie.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So give me your cooking check. I know
my cooking check is 23.
23. Kind of grabs it and goes, "Ooh, feels like a cookie," and just sort of scoffs it back before they go, "This is the best cookie yet!" They seemingly scream out. And you guys hear it on the ferry as the ferry is pulling away from it. That begins to coast closer towards the station. Goffrey, you do notice that this illuminated ship has seemingly not docked, but has parked quite a ways, or has stopped quite a ways out before reaching. It takes a little bit before you do see what looks like this ferry, this shuttle, this small ship, or small boat, I should say, flying boat, seems to come back.
No!
The drama.
The dramatic exit.
That's it for today.
I haven't looked at the chat. Is people angry that I want to kill Cookie Monster?
Not sure, not yet, I think.
No. He keeps his characteristics.
I mean, he's still
As
a cookie monster.
To keep the personality?
Yeah.
long as he
I just
talks the same
I
way.
just don't control
Hey,
what he turns into.
Technical difficulties
That's the
there. I
thing.
don't know what happened. Everything just shut down on my end.
Oh,
To
damn.
metagame, I roll a d100 to see what happens.
I'm just missing Willie.
Does anyone see
No.
Daddy?
I
Yeah,
see
I
that,
see
yeah.
that.
Yes.
I see in here, Daddy.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Just get Willie to do a quick refresh and we'll jump back in. Sorry, folks, all those you watching, technical difficulties. We're trying our best.
It's a part of the game.
It's a part of
We
it.
do the same thing IRL as well. Sometime one of us
We
is.
just shut down.
Yeah.
Exactly. Honestly, the amount of times we're hanging out and I'll just be like, hey.
Oh, now we have to wait. Oh.
Anyway,
It's like, hey, I
It's
just
like the
disconnected
whole,
a little bit.
it's like the passing out on a roller coaster thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what my life is like. Too. And then coming back like, woo!
That's what I usually say when someone passes. I'm like, they just need to refresh. It's fine.
Yeah, they're just refreshing. They're
Yeah.
just refreshing.
Just
Yeah.
press their nose.
Yeah. When someone passes out, you're like, oof, bad internet, eh? Anyway, where were we? I think I was talking to you, Joffrey.
Yes.
As you notice, the shuttle now reaches the edge of the station. It seems to pull up alongside before docking. A few ropes go out as they kind of tie it back up. It holds still. As you watch the pilot and two Draconian soldiers step off, followed by a tall blue dragonborn, as well as two warforged. If you would like, Axel and Fawtheen, if you would like, you're more than welcome to describe to Joffrey what they see.
Fawtheen, you want to go?
Sure. Yeah, okay. So you see this quite tall, kind of gray, black, like kind of a bunch of different colors. Like his members are different colors. Like one is kind of a steel, like dark steel color. The other, like an arm is black. He is kind of beat up all over. He's got a poncho and some blue lights as eyes, pretty much. He's got a bunch of different like little trophies. You can see tooths, you can see claws just hanging from his poncho. And he's got both a battle axe, two battle axes actually on his back. Wait, is Nostradar or
Nostradar
is
is a greatsword.
a greatsword and a battle axe on his back?
Sounds friendly.
And you do see the other Warforged as well following behind, bigger than the previous one that you just saw. Also a lot wider. You can see the natural armor on them seems just naturally more bulked, more heavy. They move a little slower and you can see coats of scratched off and faded red paint that seem to cover this Warforged. Other than that, they're relatively more simply dressed. But they also have an axe currently on their back. Axel?
You see me, this blue dragonborn with a battle axe guitar on his back.
A lot of battle axes going on.
Yeah.
Alright.
A black leather coat or leather duster ish, and a captain's pirate hat.
Mm.
And you can see the horns that adorn outward from underneath the pirate hat, the blue scales, and a wee smirk as they are led through the center of the station towards the center, which you know as is the center staircase, the room that is housed at the center of the station.
So I would see someone with a captain hat, and they're being led by guards.
Exactly. Followed by two Warforged.
Then I wouldn't approach them, but I would follow sneakily.
For sure. Give me that stealth check.
I would love to.
I'll come get that stealth check in a wee moment. 14, as you sort of just as you get off the ferry, your Warforged companion, currently named Blood Dweller, turns to you and goes, I believe I should change my name for this encounter.
I mean, call yourself whatever. You are a free warforged.
Fawtheen, help me.
Alice turn
I
back
do
and be
not
like,
know.
you want to be named Paul?
They stand up tall, and seemingly walking in the middle of the middle of this platform. They look directly at you, Axel. They do it, and probably a little louder than they should. In fact, roll a perception check really quick for me, Goffrey.
Oh,
Wait, no. What's your passive perception, Goffrey?
it's 11.
I don't give a fuck. You hear it as you hear maybe just a little too loud. This Warforged kind of stands up, shouting, and goes, "My name is Paul." There's an awkward silence as the Draconian soldiers kind of look back before just leading onward, leading you in this Warforged. What was your stealth check, Joffrey?
28.
28?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Can you get those numbers out of my campaign, bro? What?
Sorry.
Okay, Joffrey, you lose yourself, man.
I don't know where I am.
Oh, come on. Don't.
I can still hear you though.
We hear you.
But oh no.
And I've lost him. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Hello there.
Damn it.
Yo, that was quick.
That was super.
Tole, you back?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I just a little top tip for you, but I found out I don't need to refresh my tab. I can just refresh my connection with you guys.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It works
pretty
way quicker.
Joffrey's
Regardless.
stealth was so high that he lost Dungeon that even.
Yeah, exactly. You just disconnected, mate. Or it'd be funny, you just see Kelly appear behind the couch behind me. Just goes right down. I fucking wish. Yeah, you vanish. You blend in with the workers that are moving boxes and everything. You sort of pick up a crate and then go to one side, drop it before hiding behind another one. You know, it's perfect stealth. Fawtheen and Axel, you are led past the hustle of this platform, and you can see both docked ships are preparing to depart by the looks of things. As you reach the room in the center of the structure, you are led up the stairs to the very top of the station. Joffrey, you follow them all the way in?
Are they going into a room?
So they're going into the center room, which you know has the staircase that essentially gets you between the different levels, between the different platforms. But you are currently on the center wait, no. 1, 2. Yes, you are currently on the center platform, and they seem to be heading upwards.
I would follow and make sure that I can hear what they're talking about.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Am I there?
Oh my
With
god.
them?
Did you come?
You're on
Yeah.
the ship.
I don't think you are. You're on the ship still.
I would fly
Well-
after.
You are.
I would turn myself into a bird and I will fly after them in that case.
Can you?
If
Sure.
the ferry left. Yeah. Level 8,
Sure.
bro.
Fuck it. You
Wait,
turn
you
into a bird. What type
I
of
turn
bird? How
into-
big?
A seagull. I've seen a seagull, right?
Yes, you saw them for the
Oh, yeah.
first time on Ralva.
Fuck yeah. I'm a fucked up seagull.
Okay, so you're fucked up like a demented ass fucking city seagull.
Like
Like a
it looks
proper
like I've been
crackhead
singed
seagull.
and burnt.
Yeah, exactly.
Half cooked.
The type of
chicken.
seagull that like shanks you
Yeah, exactly.
and then steals your chips.
One eye is bigger than the other.
How does it sound?
I don't have any
the seagull
feathers
goes-
on my head.
It goes, "Car, bitch."
The tail feathers are a little bit singed.
Oh my god. It's almost like a trail of smoke that is left behind you every now and then, like little puffs that as you seemingly fly.
Tell
and
me
you-
when I caught up with him. Just
I would say based off like prepping this plan and the ferry's not very fast, it's not hard to catch up with them. Like it's not like you're struggling to catch up. You can kind of keep pace and keep as much distance as you can. Would you like to land right on the ferry as it's landing in? Are you being quiet about this, or?
I'm trying to act natural and try to land on Axel's shoulder. he's used to birds.
Okay. Okay, Axel, I just need you to roll an insight check right now because this manky ass fucking seagull is landing.
Can
on you.
I-
You just need to
can I-
work out whether you know this is Twigs or not.
Come,
Can I roll
bitch.
deception to blend in with disadvantage?
Yes, I would say you can focus on one of two things right now, Twigs. You can focus on deception to blend in as a natural fucked up seagull despite the lack of ocean. Or you can roll persuasion to indicate to Axel that it's you. It's Twigs. You can focus on doing one of two things right now.
Act natural, boy.
All right, deception roll.
Disadvantage because I look fucked up.
Not because you look fucked up, but because you don't know why. But
Doesn't matter. I
disadvantage.
rolled 3 on my first deception check.
Axel, what's your insight check?
23.
I mean,
With a,
Ooh,
with, a,
with
with,
a
with, a, with,
23.
a, with a natural 20.
I was about to say, if you have more than a +2, boy, I have -1. I have it. It's a 2.
Wow. So a natural 20. With a natural 20, before they even land on you, you turn around and you see what looks like. I imagine the seagull flies like the way Flappy Bird does. They're kind of like bouncing along. Every now and then, it kind of sounds like an old like wind up sort of early 10s, 20s car that just starts to break down. It's like as it kind of flies with the wings flapping as the smoke seems to puff out. They are not discreet at all. The Draconian soldier seems to look back at this thing, kind of nudges the other one and points it out, as that's when you turn around and notice it as you Twigs are approaching. Axel, you immediately, you don't know what it is. Nothing really gives it away, but you immediately know it's Twigs.
I just hold out my hand like this.
One of the guards kind of,
Puffs of smoke comes from the mouth.
And I just
Jesus.
I
I
just
see.
bartends.
hold out my arm for you to land on.
And
Sorry.
Twigs, you land on it. One of the guards sort of goes, "A friend of yours?"
Yeah, he's got some trust issues, so he wanted to join apparently.
I didn't realize birds had trust issues.
Well, this one, it's a special bird.
I lay my head on top of Axel's head.
Oh, one of the guards like, "Oh my god!" The other one's like, "The fuck?" And they go, "You seem to be carrying a weird group on your ship, huh?"
Yeah, I got a smoker bird, giant, couple of warforged. We're a weird group, but we work together very well.
I'm not one to judge.
You
I
can
just,
you
you know,
can-
we
you can
literally have.
You can always join if you want to.
You know, I have a pretty good gig here. I'm okay.
Fair enough.
It's strange, you know. We literally have a circus parked at the station right now, and your ship is still more weird. Are you like traveling showmen or so, or?
We're just a bunch of friends traveling together. We've been through a lot.
Cool. Looks at the other one, and kind of looks like, and they kind of turn around and face the gate in the way there's a direction, ending that conversation quickly. And then we will flip back to where we were as you guys are heading up that set of stairs. You pass what looks like the doorway to the next platform and continue and continue to head to the top of this staircase. Joffrey, you quietly follow behind. The rider that is leading you guys in goes to knock at the large, heavy door that is at the end, at the very top of the station, the very top of the staircase. But it opens right before their gauntlet has a chance to hit it. As to your surprise, you see an unexpected and familiar face. Long, dark blue robes, rich blue skin, and dreadlocks made of water that framed a tattooed circular face. As Clomaker gives you a sly smirk as they exit seemingly this room. They turn and wink at you, Fawtheen, before saying, "Excuse me, gentlemen," seemingly walks past and down the stairway. Goffrey, you are so lucky. As you hear the footsteps start to come down, you dart back in. You dart into sort of where that top floor is, not the very top floor where they are, but the top platform. You kind of quickly flip out of the door and wait for the footsteps to pass down before sneaking back in, seemingly unseen. A voice comes from inside the room. "Bring them in." You are guided into a pretty big office space. Well lit, thanks to the 360-degree windows that circle the room, giving a view all around. There are a bunch of chairs scattered in the middle, a bit of a mess, as well as a bunch of cabinets and storage along the glass walls. And on one side is a large desk with a leather chair that is currently facing away from you towards the view of the west. A voice extends out. "You know, in my 8 years keeping this gate, I've seen a lot of people try to smuggle a lot of things. But a fucking giant? Ooh, this is a first." The chair spins. And sitting in the chair, barely peeking above the top of the desk, you see a small dragonoid face. Dark red scales with this toothy grin across their face. They actually stand up on the chair. On this pretty large, like over-the-top leather chair. And you now see that this person is no more than about 2.5 feet tall. They are dressed in a well-tailored military coat, which is showing their rank proudly. The Kaloon rider next to you hands them a piece of paper. They seemingly read over it for a bit before looking up at all of you and go, "Okay. I would like to speak to Captain Axoreas alone. Thank you."
Can I still hear them, or are they like gone now for me?
When the door closed after them, you stopped hearing them. Do you go up?
I would try to go up.
Okay, easy enough. And you go up. It's a sort of a new situation. I need another perception check. Oh, what was your previous one?
Oh, my previous 3.
Say you can roll another one because now you're trying to listen inside the room.
Oh, that's so much better. 19.
19. And you can hear, it's muffled, but you can hear all of this. You get the name of Captain Axoreas. You hear that there's a giant on their ship. And you do hear them say, "Okay, I would like to speak to Captain Axoreas alone." When you hear footsteps coming back towards the door. What do you do, Goffrey?
I guess I'm standing right outside. Could I climb up the roof?
Not really. I mean, it is the top of a stairwell. It's not tall. You're essentially coming up the stairs. There's a little platform, and there's this door which leads.
Is there any crates or anything close to me?
There is nothing. It is a tiny, almost like 5 foot wide hallway. And that's only like 5 foot long because it's just the top of the stairs. 2 6.
Okay. Does the door open inside or outside? Like does the door open towards me?
You didn't see the door open.
Oh fuck.
Well, what are you doing?
Okay, I know they're going. I would go back down the stairs. I would go back down the stairs if I
Okay.
hear they are coming out at least.
I'm gonna say in this hurry, as you run back down, just roll me another stealth check, versing a wee perception check.
There's
Ooh, pretty
no
good
way.
perception check as well. 14. You can roll a perception check for me as well if you like.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think it matters what they roll when I roll a nat 20.
You got a nat 20
Yeah.
for a total of what?
33.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah,
You just
nah,
vanish away. You just
We
turn
tried.
into the door and open for them. Yeah, no way. But 14, and your new friend, or your friend Paul, we can call him now, is led out with the Kaloon rider just
I
to the
would've-
top of the stairwell. You
Well,
Yeah.
Fawtheen would have probably stood by Axel until he had given me kind of a sign to let him be one-on-one
Yeah.
with this person.
I would just turn to 14 and be like, yeah, it's all good. It's okay.
Does anyone hand me over, or am I still on your shoulder, Axel?
No one seemed to say anything.
No, I mean, if you're still on my shoulder, you're still on my shoulder.
I'm still leaning. I'm rolling my head a little bit upside down.
And eventually 14 goes out the door, and you're left just you and the gatekeeper, as well as a manky bird on your shoulder. The gatekeeper actually takes note of this and goes, do you have to have this thing in here with us?
I don't have to, if you don't want to.
I will try
It is a
to
bird.
roll
Why is it so dramatic?
into his arm.
I mean, easier, not into Axel's arm?
Yeah, I'm trying to play sick.
What is wrong with this bird?
He's a little bit dramatic, but I mean, he
Oh,
doesn't like to leave me.
Okay, no problem. But if he shits in a room, you clean it up.
Yeah, he will.
I do not want to. I mean, I respect the honesty.
Yeah.
Captain Axel Reyes, where are my manners? My name is Gatekeeper Arklar.
Nice to meet you, Oklar. You can just call me Axel. It's fine.
Nice to meet you as well, Axel.
I love your
So
office.
I would. Thank you very much. It's taken a while to get to a station of this sort, but after 8 years in the job here, I'm starting to like it as well.
Yeah.
Seemingly point towards the view, but it is a very good spot to take care of the entryway to our beautiful Draconian expanse.
Yeah.
Are you a Draconian? Yes.
Yes, I am.
Oh, how long have you been out of Draconia, Axel?
Oh, a couple of years now. Like, well, must be like 7, 8 years or something.
Oh, the traveling sword, I see. That's a long time since you visit home. You have
Yeah.
family waiting for you?
Yeah, I do. I hope I do.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess you'll find out soon enough. I would love to welcome you back home to Mount Draconia itself. But I do need to ask, and I do need to clarify.
Yeah.
I need to ask your purpose in Draconia, Axel.
It is just going home. I want to show Draconia to my friends.
To your giant?
Yeah, he's a friend as well. And we're also looking to, cause he's blind. So we're looking,
Okay.
and Draconia has a lot of resources. So we are gonna try and fix him and make him some kind of human being.
Roll a persuasion check. I believe you still have Eagle's Splendor, right?
It's an
Well,
hour.
that's an hour. Yeah. So yeah, you do. So with advantage.
Yeah.
It's pretty high DC with what you're trying to convince them.
Yeah.
What was it called? Eagle.
Eagle's Splendor. It's an enhanced ability. Is the spell.
Now it's seagulls. Instead.
Seagull Splendor.
26.
26. Fuck me.
Yes, please.
They seem to look over at you before. Seems like a very nice thing to do for a friend, I have to say. God damn it. Am I really about to let the giant in Draconia?
I can promise you, he will do no harm.
You need to understand the situation I am in.
Yeah.
You may make these promises. We could exchange pretty little kisses and gifts to make sure it's okay. But if I let this giant into Draconia, and then you attack a part of Draconia with this giant, you see my issue here, right?
I see.
It's not exactly like it is an easy thing. It could do a lot of damage before we could do something in return. I'm not saying I do not trust you, Axel Reyes, but truth is I do not. I think what you're saying is the truth, but I am finding it hard to let a ship with a giant through to Draconia.
I mean, we've had it on the ship
Anyway, we shall.
for weeks now, and it's done no harm to the ship.
That's exactly what you would say if you were trying to sneak a giant into Draconia, though. Is it not?
100%. But he's also blind.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, regardless, I now should ask, where have you come from on this recent journey?
Most recently, we were in Ralva.
Ralva, this was just... this is where you picked up your friend?
Yeah.
Ali is not doing good, this bird. You really seem like you are in the business of saving the little folk, no?
Yeah.
Protecting those who cannot protect themselves.
It's something I try to do.
I will snuggle up against his chest when you say that.
It's quite somewhat inspiring. Okay. And Ralva, you have been there for a while, or is there somewhere more significant that you had come from?
Other than that, we've been on the Ocarus Island, just
In the kingdom.
yeah, and we've just been running away.
Running away?
Yeah, they didn't trust the Warforged.
I see. It's very hard to convince people to trust the very ones that are destroying their world.
Fair enough.
And this does bring us to our follow-up. We don't necessarily distrust Warforged, but we understand there are different states that a Warforged could be in.
Yeah.
We have noticed that their Warforged are ungemmed. So I need to ask,
Yeah.
how long have these Warforged been under your command as captain?
For a while now. I've known Fawtheen since a couple of years back. He's old.
He's old. And this 14... Roll a deception check for me really quick.
Nat 20.
So many
I
nat
see.
20s this session.
So many nat
Yeah.
20s this session. There's been a lot. I see. But and which one is 14 is red one or the smaller
The smaller one.
one? The smaller one. I
Paul,
see,
the
I
red
see.
one.
And the
I've only
Paul?
Paul. Yeah. They're
I've never heard this name.
they're free Warforged. They choose their own name.
Interesting. Very creative names on both parts, I think. Okay. Now you will have to understand, naturally, with the current conflict going on, I will need to interview both of these Warforged to clarify their entry into Draconia.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation with the Warforged and the Order at the moment, and tensions are high.
Yeah.
All right, XRAS, last question.
Question mark.
How long are you planning on staying?
No idea. A couple of weeks, maybe a month or two.
All right, so a wee while nonetheless.
Yeah.
It's not a flying visit, is what you're
Yeah,
saying. Fantastic. Starts writing all of these things down. This little kobold creature that seems to be standing on the chair, standing on the back of the chair, seems scrawling with this like oversized pencil in their hand. Seemingly write it down before they put it down. They kind of fix up their collar a little bit before they go. Well, I will allow you to dock the ship.
Yep.
Assuming the interview with the Warforged goes well. I am going to have to get in touch with my superiors about any further excursion into the Eastern Expanse. I just need to clarify this whole giant situation. This is assuming that the Warforged are okay, which we will find out now. Captain Xarias, it is nice to meet you. Unless you have any more questions of me, if you wouldn't mind sending in your first, one of your Warforged companions, that would be excellent.
Got you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. They start scrolling something down. While all this is happening, Goffrey, obviously you ran out as soon as they left, as soon as they came out to the front of the doorway. Do you just stay out of sight? Or...
Yeah, I'm being kind of boring right now, but I'm just waiting. I'm trying
and
to.
you can't hear. Oh, sorry, carry on.
No, I'm just trying to hear if those who came outside is talking right now.
Well, you definitely can't hear anything from inside. Not
Yeah,
being up
of
against the
course.
door, you've lost that.
The ones who came
But I
outside,
don't know.
I meant.
Fawtheen, do you say anything to the gold armored dragonborn that is standing next to you?
Nope. I just stand very tall and straight. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, and it's this. The tension is real. Fawtheen standing tall and straight, waiting. This guard standing tall and straight, waiting. Paul standing tall and straight, waiting. Goffrey, you don't hear a thing, but you can still hear the awkwardness in the silence. Like, even you're like, oof, rough. As everybody's like on duty, and the more that someone else is on duty, the more they become on duty. There's like this, there's endless
Constant,
cycle
like,
before
push.
one of them's gonna fucking break their spine.
I don't know if it matters, but I'm just right now. I'm just trying to listen to if they are saying anything about where they are going, basically.
Fawtheen.
Yes. I'm not saying anything. I'm literally just waiting.
Nope, you hear absolutely nothing, Goffrey.
Yeah.
It's just silence.
And
If you
I
do,
would like
what did you
to-
roll for stealth? 32, right?
32.
Yeah, so you can easily sort of peek around the side of the stairs and get a glimpse, and you do see the tall dragonborn in the gold armor and these warforged. Everybody is armored. Everybody has weapons. Everybody is like, they're on either side, just currently like the dragonborn is standing there while the other two warforged, same.
If I'm like, as I'm standing in this silence, would Fawtheen be able to hear what's going on inside?
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, Ooh, 24.
24. 24 is a great roll, but it is still a heavy door that is muffled out. You don't make out everything. You can't just hear the conversation clearly, but within that you hear a relatively pleasant tone. You do hear your name come up. You do hear the mention of you do hear the mention of the rescuing of a seagull on Ralva, as well as you hear the idea of trying to fix this giant into making it a humanoid. You make out sort of key bits of most of the key bits of information. You don't hear the full conversation, but you make out
And
quite a
I'm
bit.
guessing I'm able to put 2 and 2 together to understand kind of like the flow of the whole conversation.
Yeah, with that roll, you don't get the full flow, but the parts you hear, they do make sense to you.
Okay, I can just piece 2 and 2 together, so that Okay.
4.
What's a 4?
He said 2 and nothing. Just ignore. Keep going.
Putting 2 and 2 together.
14?
See?
No.
7 and 7 together.
God damn it.
Jesus.
What have we started? Anyway, guys, math. Welcome to. I mean, we're rolling dice and adding. Anyway, this is pretty much math in the first place. The door swings open. As Axel, you head out.
Yeah. I look at Fawtheen and Paul. I'm like, yeah. So this guy, he wants to have an interview with both of you, one at a time, just to make sure you're good people, which I know you are.
Goffrey,
Okay.
you hear all of that, just to
Okay,
clarify.
great.
All right. Who wants to go first? Paul, Fawtheen.
Paul
I
kind of
guess
looks
I
at
just
you,
take-
14.
Seeing that look, I guess I'll just take a step forward and go inside.
All right.
And you walk in, and you see the door is closed behind you by the Kaloon rider. Axel, you're free to stay there or head back. There doesn't seem to be anything holding you there. You're free to do what you want. But 14, you do head on in, and you see this red-scaled kobold, which is currently standing on this large leather chair with a pencil in their hand that they're currently tapping on a sort of like a metallic ceremonial pauldron that seems to be over their adorned coats. As they turn around and go, as they turn to you and go, Mr. Warforged, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Gatekeeper Oklo.
Fawtheen is gonna take a few steps forward, reach out his hand with the 3 fingers, and it's like, "Hello, I am Fawtheen."
I reach out and shake. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, 14. You have answered my first question. I will ask you a few more. Will you just clarify your entry into Draconia? I'm sure you understand with the Order of Aslam's current activities, why we are so precautious.
Of course.
Fantastic. Name for okay, a generation.
First.
First, okay, first generation.
Number 14.
You have proof of this?
And I believe I have a thing on my forehead, don't I? No, it's right next to my thingy on my chest. And
That's right, I thought it was. When you said forehead, I was like, whoa.
I'm
put it out
gonna
there.
pull down the poncho. I'm gonna pull down the poncho just so that the socket is exposed and the letters G114 shows.
And this kobold reaches into their coat and pulls out like a very tiny pair of spectacles as they kind of put them on, these little round things that sit over their small, skinny, draconic face as they kind of lean in and go, Generation 1. Fantastic. Specialty as well?
I can't remember. It wasn't scout. It was just melee. No, it was
I mean-
foot soldier.
Okay. Sounds like we'll write melee soldier.
Yes.
Okay, seems to write down a bit more. Okay, friend, how long have you been independent for?
Couple years.
Roll a deception check.
How long? Just quick question to the DM. How long has it been in like in-game time since I've met Axel?
So obviously our game time is a little bit iffy, but from your understanding, for the relative game time for you and Axel, it's been honestly not that long. Like that's
Like
a
almost
couple
Like
months.
a few months.
a few months, almost a
A
year.
few months. Yeah, we'll say we'll sprinkle a bit of dust on top, and we'll say close to coming up to a year. Sure.
Okay, and that's what I would
Um,
say because Fawtheen's honest
okay.
as fuck.
There we go. Well then, if you tell the truth, then no roll needed, as I seem to jot something down. And before your recently found freedom, how many years did you serve in the order?
4. From the day I was created until they decided, until I was 4, about 4, yeah. They decided to put us to the bin. I ran away.
Okay. Mr. Fawtheen, how long ago was it that they decided to put you to the bin? I need to ask.
Well, so for me, it is like, well, it was right before I met Axel, so it was like a year ago. But then him and I, we did like a thing, and we went to a different dimension. I think it's been like 12 years here. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not too smart. I just cannot follow Axel.
Now I would like you to roll a persuasion check for me, Fawtheen.
Ugh. That's a
I'm
10.
not too smart.
10. They kind of look at you confused, no longer jotting anything down on the paper. You say you went to another dimension.
Yeah, I think they were calling it like the Abyss, I think it was.
The
We met.
Abyss.
Yeah. We met some, I think they're actually in Draconia. They're called like Ashwalkers, I believe. And they were stuck there, and we met them, and they told us this is where we were.
I see. Ashwalkers are not of Draconia. They are of the city of Nilliant, to be precise, just to clarify.
Apologies.
No, it is fine. Interesting story you have told me. I kind of think for a bit. Okay. They kind of lean over and grab what looks like a wooden, like a small wooden wand or a small wooden pole. They seem to dip one end, a larger end of it, into a small pot of some kind before pulling it out and stamp on a piece of paper. I hereby grant you entry to Draconia. But for safety measures, you will be given this. They pull out a small case and open it up before they present what looks like a very basic metal circlet that has a gem in the center of it. Quite a rough cut, just kind of cloudy white gem, nothing too special. To clarify, this circlet allows us to track you and shows other Draconians that you are on a probation period. After a week
I
or so,
understand.
when we find you and confirm that there is no funny business, we take it off and your stay here is fine. You must understand our concern.
Understood. I will not take this
Fantastic.
off me.
That would be amazing. Do not take it off you. I suggest you put it on effective immediately. Thank you.
And Fawtheen will.
Fantastic. Fawtheen, unless there are any other questions, I would ask you to send in your big red friend, and you are free to follow your captain.
He will nod and exit without an extra word.
Axel, in this time, are you doing anything? Do you stay there? Do you leave?
I stay
you do?
there. I look at the guard and I'm like, so, how's Draconia now? I haven't been there for a while.
Yeah, at the moment, tensions are high. It's a big riffraff in the courts and with the higher ups. Obviously with the war, Draconia has been staying out of it for a long time, which is, I think is good. I agree. Let's protect the East. If they want to do all the fighting over on the West, so be it. They can tear themselves apart. But, the order is getting stronger, it seems. People in Draconia are starting to worry a little more. Defenses are getting tightened, and to be honest, it feels like the Emperor is doing nothing.
Ah, okay.
Just sitting still in his Is your bird okay?
Yeah,
Can I make a fart check?
No.
I'm gonna try to fart and not shit myself.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit, that was ultra cocked.
With the seagull's Constitution.
Jesus! Okay. What's the seagull's constitution?
Seagull Jesus.
And then when it says,
Yeah,
I'm like, how's it going for the tavern owner? What's his name? Mr. Mercury.
Mr. Mercury?
Yeah, he had a big tavern when I was there last.
Oh.
Played a couple of times at his tavern.
I honestly do not know of this tavern owner. There's a lot. Draconia is a big place. What was the name of the tavern?
Queen, I think, and his name is Freddie Mercury.
It doesn't ring a bell. A lot of taverns have shut down and closed up.
Okay.
I've never been to one. Which part of Draconia was this?
It was in the outer part, I think, if I remember correctly.
In the outer part? I've never heard of a tavern called Queen in the outer part.
This is definitely where I shit myself.
Yeah, it's about this point. What did you roll?
8.
But just shits on your shoulder.
I'm in his arms.
Yeah, you
Shit
just
on his
feel
arm.
it just gets a little bit too warm in your arms.
Twigs.
Just quickly with this tavern.
Yeah.
which I don't recall. I feel like we haven't spoken about
No,
this before, have we?
I just came up with it on the spot.
That's cool. If you want this to exist, it'd be in the inner part of the
In
city.
the inner part, yeah. Cool.
There you go. Easy.
Yeah.
As this dragonborn seemingly just looks at this bird that shits in your arms as they go, oh, yeah, this is foul. This is gross.
Well, I'm hearing all of this, I suppose.
You hear every
Yeah.
fucking word.
Well, while I hear and maybe see the bird who shits, I want to start walking towards their shuttle, contemplating like, cause I. Okay. He didn't like what I
Never
was saying.
mind. Nope.
Oh, no.
Every time you start speaking.
He's like, no.
Maybe it's me. Okay, I got the message.
You don't have. He doesn't have me.
I don't have anyone right now, but I'll reload, I guess.
Okay, he has me.
I don't have.
Okay, so everyone else refresh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Goffrey, what were you
Yeah.
doing?
I will walk towards the shuttle. Like
So you leave the stairwell?
yeah. So the moment I heard about Draconia, I guess I could add 2 + 2, and they're going towards Draconia, and contemplating should I go with them since they have a weird bird that are shitting on them. Contemplating that
Wait,
while
that's
I
why
walk
you're
towards
going?
them. No, it's like that's the part that makes me think like maybe I shouldn't go with them. But I heard they are going to the east, so I'm gonna walk towards the shuttle and
Okay.
stand there.
And currently there is just the pilot of the shuttle, who's just currently kind of resting up. They can, you can kind of tell they're on standby, waiting to see waiting to pretty much shuttle them back to their ship, as they imagine they're kind of just sitting on the edge, smoking a bit of a pipe or whatever. You just hang out close.
Yeah, I'll just stand close.
Cool. Fawtheen, the door opens in front of you, Axel, and Fawtheen steps out. Fawtheen, you give a little tap on the shoulder to Paul. Yeah?
I'll just go to 14.
Sorry.
Like,
I put my thumb up as well. The one where the ring is sitting. Yeah, I can come in, but I just have to wear this for the next week or so, just to make
Okay.
sure
alright,
where I am and no funny business.
fair enough.
Guess it's normal.
That's annoying, but fair enough. Alright, Paul, you ready?
I'm Paul. And he walks on in.
Yes, you are.
He doesn't say that. He's not. I take that back. He's not that fucking stupid. He just kind of looks at you. He just looks at you and goes, "Yes, Captain." He nods, very respectful, and heads into the room. The door is closed behind. Fawtheen, Axel, you're out there. You can wait for Paul, or you can head off. You are free to do as you wish. Twigs, you're also there as well. I forgot. You are currently shitting in Axel's arms.
Yeah. I'll just take up Twigs and I'll just put it on 14's shoulder.
Is that Twigs?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I'll fly over to Axel's shoulder instead.
Of course.
Yeah, if you're gonna be here, don't take a shit again. I'll take that that's okay.
The tall, gold armored dragonborn, which you now remember is staring at you, just turns and goes, "That bird is disgusting."
I know, but he's a kind soul.
What?
I'll
It is a bird.
straighten up and look proud.
The Dragonborn looks a little confused before just leaning back up against the door. Kind of like avoiding conversation and avoiding eye contact with you, Twigs.
Me too.
Alright, what are you guys
Too
doing?
good for him.
Yeah,
Fawtheen would just wait.
I'm gonna wait as well.
Okay, you waited out, and about 5 minutes pass before the door opens back up, and you see your new Warforged friend Paul comes out. Looks first at you, Fawtheen, and puts the same thumb up with the ring. If they could smile like a little brother, they could. They would, but they can't. So you just see the thumb go up before they look back at you, Axel, and seemingly put the thumb down and then just sort of nod a little
I'm
bit.
Paul.
Yeah.
Wings
I am
will start
Paul.
angrily flap his wings.
All right.
Seems like we can all get in. Shall
Yeah.
we go back to the ship?
I look at the guard and I'm like, do I need like a confirmation from Gatekeeper, or can we just dock the ship?
From I imagine this will be passed down the line soon. I have not heard anything, but I'm sure this will find. People will find out in a moment. Maybe
Okay.
hold fire until this is confirmed.
All right, Cap.
And you guys head back down to the middle platform. You go out before you watch one or two guards seemingly go back up the stairs. A few moments pass as you watch the hustle and bustle of the station before that same black dragonborn seems to come down, looks over at you, Axel, and doesn't get close to talk or anything, but just gives you like a...
Alright.
Before heading directly to the shuttle pilot and having a conversation with them before moving out. But you seem like you have the go-ahead.
Yeah.
Is it far to walk between the shuttle and the house?
And the center room. Well, you have to go down one floor. No, sorry, you kind of have to go down two floors, and then it's half the length of the station because the stairwell sits in the center. So half the length of the station it's like maybe 150 feet.
Is there a lot of people watching or a lot of people around when we're walking down the stairs?
There's not while you're walking down the stairs. The stairwell's pretty much empty. But on the actual platform, there's not a lot, but there's a significant amount. You know, you've got a range of Kalen riders who are either watching from the sides or from the top their wyverns, which are hanging on the sides of the stations, or ones that seem to be docked up on the far eastern side. Would they be having a cup of coffee or something, or chatting, or just scouting between? There's also an array of deckhands who are moving boxes and barrels. You do notice what looks like they look like I guess circus folk. Who seem to be moving a bunch or loading a bunch of these barrels onto this relatively colorful ship as well.
Is there anywhere I can fly out of sight so I can switch back?
You could do it in the stairwell.
I'll do it in the stairwell.
Okay. You take a moment, and eventually halfway through the stairwell, when you're out of sight of the Dragonborn at the top, and before you reach the doorway to exit out into the middle platform, you transform back into your...
I lean back from Axel's shoulder. As I fall back on my back, I switch back and try to land on my feet.
Roll a acrobatics check for me.
Fuck yeah.
Please, not one.
Can I give myself... No, I'm not. He's gonna try.
It's too late.
I was gonna ask if I could give myself disadvantage, but what it was
Why
saying,
would you have disadvantage?
Exactly, because he's gonna try. It's just me who wants to fuck up. It would be hilarious.
No disadvantage. It's just a roll.
Acrobatics, so that's a 9.
A 9. See, you don't need disadvantage, mate. You're fine. And it's very simple how this happens. It's not graceful. In fact, it kind of looks fucking dumb. As the bird, you're just sitting on the shoulder and you just lean back, and you just transform, and you just smack onto your back. Completely, it's like you just trust falled into nothing, towards no one, into the fucking staircase, and it's a loud like thump as you hit, and it fucking hurts, like the multiple stairs just kind of hitting the spine. As you guys just turn around and see Twigs just lying on the ground there.
I immediately try to stand up and act like nothing happened.
You hear a voice come from up the stairs. Is everything all right?
Everything's good. Thank you.
Seems to be no response. Nonetheless, you exit out onto the middle story.
I look at Twigs and I like, why the fuck did you shit on me?
I look ahead and I keep on walking.
Oh.
A bit of shame in his face.
Oh,
Whoa. Is it the first time?
Okay.
very real moment for Twigs. Can we just quickly point out that Twigs just shat himself?
Yep. I need to wipe my bum.
Does that I guess DM to Druid question, does that translate into your humanoid form? Like,
I don't think it would translate, but I think I would still have, as you would say, skid marks.
I see. The weird part is it's bird shit though.
Nothing transfers except the skid marks. I love that.
It's true, bro. Just honestly, go read the player's handbook.
Yeah. Page.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it's in the first section of Druids. It's what they're most known for.
Unfortunately, there are
shapeshifter.
no poo rules, which I think it's a missed call. You know.
Yeah.
Wizards of the Coast,
Hey.
get on it. We need poo rules.
Fuck Wizards on the Coast. I guess everybody in the chat, you guys just work out some how the shitting rules for a druid works. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much.
Good. Homebrew poo rules.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Anyway.
You guys exit out into the middle platform, and it is bustling. It is lively. Everything I just described is still very present. The day is beginning to get brighter and brighter, as bright as an overcast day can get, especially tucked in the shadow of this crevasse, this black, this valley in between these black walls. What would you all like to do? Goffrey, you also notice coming out what you have worked out to be the captain of this ship, followed by 2 Warforged and a goblin.
Did I hear them talk about when Axel asked the guard if he wanted to work on the ship before?
When Axel asked the guard if he wanted to work on the ship, I'm pretty sure, Axel, you didn't ask the guard at the top floor, did you?
No,
No,
it
it
was
was,
when we were going up
they walked.
towards. We went from the shuttle to the. Like
He
somewhere
was
on the
following
stairs.
closely and listening in.
Yeah, I would say at that point you weren't close enough to hear.
Okay.
Because it was too out in the open, you couldn't have been close enough to hear the conversation with how stealthily you were trying to be.
Okay. But if I know Axel is the captain, if I heard that, I would walk up towards them now and walk up towards them and go, "Hello there, fellow travelers. Where are you heading next?"
And all of you see. What did they see, Goffrey?
You see brown haired, not so tall, not so short, 180. Tall human, wearing nothing but a pretty neat looking tuxedo, butler kind of outfit, and a backpack. Nothing stands out really, except he has pretty crystal blue eyes. But that's about it. He looks pretty basic, to be honest. 22, pretty young as well. White skinned.
I look at him and I go, "Hey."
Whatever you're selling, we're not buying, alright? Fuck
Well,
off.
I'm not selling anything. I'm just wondering where you're traveling next. I need to move on, and I see you guys are travelers.
That is true.
I have to travel east, and I'm looking for someone to travel with. Do you need any hands on deck, perhaps?
Are you any good on deck?
Of course I am.
I want to roll an
You bring
insight.
to the table.
I want to roll an insight check.
Roll an inside check.
What do you bring to the table?
What do you need?
I don't know. I want to check him out. I wanna grab his legs, feel
I'll
him a
let-
little bit. I want to check his hands if it looks like they've been working a day in his life.
I will.
I rolled an 8.
Hard to tell, Axel.
Yeah.
Joffrey, you
Fuck,
can roll.
would
You
like
can
to-
roll a persuasion or deception check
When
to counter
wh-
that.
when Twigs is checking me. Sorry, that got. Oh fuck. What did you say? Perception or no?
Persuasion or
Persuasion.
deception, depending on whether you're lying or telling the truth.
Fawtheen would like to
Uh,
know if, like, with the inside shit that he's running, if he is like shady or like is, like, kind of his vibe. Like, is he?
Vibe check.
Yeah,
It's
vibe
kind of
check.
a vibe.
14. Insight check. Joffrey,
rolled-
what did you roll?
I rolled a 7. And if Twix is checking me, I will act like this has happened before. I know I'm used to people checking me out.
I will be
Okay,
thorough.
so you're used
I
to
will
being
check his-
touched according to Twigs. Axel, you actually roll higher.
Yeah.
So Joffrey, are you lying about your skill as a deckhand?
I guess can we whisper?
Yes, of course.
I was asking.
Oh, I'm gonna be thorough. I'm gonna check his teeth, his
Oh.
ears, his nose, his legs, his arms, his hands.
I can
I'll be right
I
back,
can
guys.
see this
I just
little
need to
goblin,
take a piss.
like,
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
You were saying?
I can see this little goblin just jumping around everywhere. This guy, like, very tall dude in comparison, just like, let me see your fucking mouth.
Okay. Wait, did we lose Axel or he's not here?
He'll be right.
Run off and take a
okay.
little wee.
Oh, I need to do that as well. I'll be back.
I
Yeah,
also need
go
to-
ahead.
Everybody, go, 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 go. We'll see you
So-
in a bit, chat. You guys do whatever.
Keep the poo rules going.
Keep the poo rules going. Okay, so what was Tolla's roll for the devil's fruits on the D100?
Oh, mine.
Yeah, we're talking about fruits here. It's the channel, right?
Right. Wait 1 sec.
Oh, I'm alone.
What?
This is awkward.
I'm here. You can't just see me.
That's true. That is true.
I rolled a 19. Let me
19.
see.
What was the 19?
Do you, do you have it open? Mine or
no.
the one I sent you? Oh shit! Because I'm reading it with much more detail now. It's really cool, man. It's like like that guy did for the classes is super cool.
Yeah, it wasn't the same, right?
No, it's not the same. I quite like the one I found better, to be honest. It's more in depth, and I feel like as experienced players, you guys will have more fun with this one.
Yeah.
Back, baby.
Back.
Okay, what did I say? 19? Yeah. The orb, Parmesia. The berry know me.
Very know me.
Berry. Has anyone in the chat seen the D&D movie? No spoilers.
No spoilers.
I'm
Yeah.
the great human. What the fuck? I don't know what a grape human is.
Grape human.
Yeah, like the fruit. Like my body can become like little pearls or whatever.
It's like the one in My Hero Academia.
I was thinking about that too, but it's the wrong series.
My Hero Academia. Not
Oh,
sponsored.
dude, that's cool, man.
Yeah, bought it in France. Exactly a year ago, I think.
There's huge comic book shops, like manga stores in France. Like the French are obsessed about manga.
Yeah, we were in Nice and traveled to like a really small city next to it. And we just walked past this huge manga store, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I went in and
Nerd
had to
shop.
buy. Yeah, and I wanted to buy like everything, but yeah, I couldn't. But I got my Deku, at least.
But
Yeah,
I'm keen to
yeah.
chat more about this campaign once, whenever you guys want, really.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. Wonder what.
But
what
I'm gonna
race-
need to like do quite a bit of work beforehand before we even started.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Oh yeah!
And you guys will also need to read the player handbook because the classes and everything, like it's quite in depth, but like it seems
Yeah,
super fun.
That's cool. That's cool.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm playing. Jesus, that's awesome.
Are you talking about classes?
Yeah. No, race.
Oh,
I learned no class, man.
that's true. You already did say that. But then again, it has to make sense as well, right? Like,
Yeah.
are you picking Cyborg?
Huh?
Are you picking Cyborg?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a Cyborg race.
Yeah, and I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi.
Hello, hello.
Oh, hello. My dog is so funny, eh? I come up there and he's literally got all of my incense in his mouth.
Oh,
But it's not a bad thing because like incense sticks.
yeah.
But he never chews or eats anything. He just collects things. And he takes them to his bed and he spreads them out around him. Like he always, especially things that are commonly touched, like he grabs my pencils, he grabs my lighters, and then he just puts them around him and then he just sits with them. Fucking weirdo.
He's just a little shaman
He's a,
dog.
he's a gatherer.
He is. He's a little gatherer. I think it's because they're like commonly held things, you know, except for the incense. That was kind of weird. But they're things that usually have like obviously have someone's scent like all over them. And then I just imagine he wants to be human and he's trying to work out what these things do because we have
Oh.
them all the time.
I want to meditate, man.
Yeah, he's just like burning some incense. He's like, yo.
Living
Trying to
in the
cast a spell here, man.
Yeah,
Which
don't ruin
means
my
that
ritual,
the
bro.
incense probably like overwhelms his nose and
Yeah, I mean, it was like the pack. It wasn't like
Oh, okay.
it was like a pack of incense. But I know that would have that's an intense fucking.
Oliver, you
thing
do
to
realize
grab.
that you're scrolling all over the stream right now.
Sorry.
Let them see.
Ah!
Oh, look, we're obviously amateur streamers here, guys.
Yeah, obviously.
There we are.
It wasn't
Talking about
porn.
my dog's weird habits as Axel just scrolls like.
I just
through
scrolled through the
fucking
One
whatever.
Piece D&D compendium.
Don't give it away! Don't give it away!
I just looked it up.
You've got nothing, chat.
It's a really cool concept. I just found it.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look into that later.
Yeah, it's a talk for another time.
That's another topic. Folks, where were we? We were currently having our initial introductions with this this human, this very
We're having
standard
a
human.
vibe check, and I want to do just a physical exam.
Yeah, roll an investigation check, Twigs, and Fawtheen, what did you get for your
I got a
for
dirty
your-
20.
Dirty 20. Well, Joffrey with a dirty 20, what vibe does Fawtheen pick up on?
A calm vibe. Not how do you say? Not deceptive. I guess no, but not like.
It's not like he's hiding something.
No, not like I'm hiding something. Just someone that wants to keep going and not trying to do something bad with it, basically.
Yeah, someone who seems relatively genuine in their intent
thank you.
and what they're
Yeah.
saying.
Okay.
Those words.
Yes, those words.
When this guy had shown up, he would have put his hand on the handle of Arctic Smite, but then after the vibe check, he will put it down.
Okay.
Where do you want to go?
Wherever you're heading. East. My old travel mates are going west, and I've already been there. I want to keep searching through this world. But I'm heading east no matter what.
All right. We do need hands on deck, but you'll have to prove yourself just like everyone else.
Of course. That will
Twigs,
be no
what was
issue.
your investigation check?
I'm just clarifying. I'm not looking for any hidden things. I'm just checking if he has strong legs, if his hands have been doing any dirty work. I'm checking if his teeth are all good. I'm checking if he has dirty ears. Checking so his nose is clean. Checking so his eyesight is good. Is that more of a medicine check?
Yeah,
It's-
sure. You're more than welcome
it's
to do a
this-
medicine
it's
check.
the
Joffrey, do
same-
you let all of this happen?
I will keep talking while he's doing this, standing like this, and keep talking while he's checking my nose and everything. Like, not even bothered to.
Give me a medicine check. Twigs.
Yeah, the modifier is the same, so it's gonna be a 23.
23. With a 23, he's relatively clean, I imagine. Not like a noble, not the
No.
the most prepped or up clean. It's definitely been a while since maybe the last bathe or anything. Well dressed, you kind of feel around the muscles and everything. You get a sense they are pretty young, and pretty athletic by the feel of things. Maybe not necessarily the strongest per se, but they seem to have a well built athletic body.
Yeah, right, nimble fuck, are ya?
Certainly.
Is there anything else you would like to add, Joffrey? That they?
I think it was pretty decent. Someone who could pull up himself, basically.
Most
it seems like they can
importantly,
take care
his
of
hands.
themselves.
Does it look like the hands has done any heavy lifting in the past?
Yeah, it would.
Oh.
Okay, I think he actually would react to that. Oh.
Yeah, right. He's pretty good. He's pretty fucking handy to have on the ship.
I will approve myself. There is no issue in that.
One last question. I will grab your ears and look into your eyes. Do you like Warforged?
Have any. I don't mind them, certainly not.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
That's a problem. You.
That's all Axel, and I release your head, and I point towards Axel. And I'm like, it's all his choice, right?
I would look at the Warforged and ask, are these also your travel companions, aren't they?
Fortunately.
Then I would not mind them at all, of course.
I look at Twigs and I go, well, you liked the job they did a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Alright,
So can I please go with you on your journey?
sure thing.
Thank you, thank you. I will prove myself. I'm smiling way
What's
too
your
much.
name?
My character is not smiling. So.
Alright,
Yeah,
let's
right.
go. Let's go into the shuttle.
Great.
Come here.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. I will not
Twigs
waste
will
it.
grab your hand and lead you.
I will go with you. No hesitation.
This little goblin, yeah, it grabs your hand and starts leading you towards the shuttle. So I assume you all head back towards the shuttle.
Yeah. Twigs is
Yeah.
so
I will
cute and
ask.
so angry at the same time.
I will ask Twigs when we walk. Are you the leader here? Are you the leader?
Twigs.
As long as you think that, that's a good thing, right?
Then I
And
will.
he will keep on holding your hand for a little bit too long until it gets super awkward, and he will keep on holding it.
Joffrey will not think it awkward. It's awkward.
Yeah, bit of chemistry here, guys.
Oh.
As long as you think I'm the captain, we're on the right foot.
That sounds perfect. This will be a delight.
And then Twigs kisses you on the cheek. No.
He holds the hand and really glances off into the distance.
So does Joffrey. Okay, let's keep going.
All right, so
I feel like I just got a prison wife and I feel so bad about it.
oh, I think this is super cute. I really
I
like
just,
this
I
a
just
lot
look
already.
at Joffrey and Twigs. I'm like, alright, I guess.
What?
I think like, yeah, who? I mean, not really what I'd pick for Twigs' type, but
No.
you know. But who am I to talk? I'm just a DM. I'm not even there. You guys continue to head back towards the shuttle. Joffrey and Twigs are skipping with each other, holding each other's hands. You go back to the shuttle with the pilot there, gives you a nod, seemingly just waiting for your command. You guys head back to the ship.
Alright. Let's go back.
The small ferry, the small shuttles, the small floating cart seems to, what's the word, bank off to the side and then head back towards the ship. A few moments pass before you eventually get back to the partially damaged White Whisper. Joffrey, you holding Twigs' hand. Do you like? Does Twigs? Do you like sit on Joffrey's lap or something, like on the
No, I just
boat? Or I love how Callie's camera is literally what Twigs sees.
Are we on the ship now?
You are on the ship now.
As
So-
soon as we reach the ship, I will release the hand and I will skitter up. Alright, I need to wipe my ass.
I will look towards Axel and go, what do you need assistance with? I'll start directly.
Yeah, I'll just look at a couple of crewmates and I'm like, help this gentleman get started. He's a new member of the ship. He's here to prove himself.
Thank you, and I will bow, and then I'll go
And I'll,
towards the crewmate.
yeah, and I'm like, before you go, I'm like, this is Aneko, first mate. I'm captain. Twigs the chef. Fawtheen, look
I
out.
thought Twix was the captain.
Yeah, he's a little delusional, but yeah.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you again for this opportunity. I'll go to the crewmates. I'll walk away to the crew.
Walking to the crewmates isn't quite as easy as you'd think, Joffrey, because you do notice what appears to be, fitting to the comments of the Kaloon riders, which you overheard, a giant that is sitting in the middle of the ship.
So I see that when I turn around.
Yes, a massive giant, like sitting on its ass currently, just seemingly not even looking around. You notice it's actually got a giant scar where its eye should be. You do feel a hand come across your shoulder as another human, orange, flowing hair, with a bit of an orange beard, and quite a bulky, thick coat, puts their hand on you and goes. Puts their hand on you and looks at you, Axel, and goes, "Didn't take you very long to find a new crewmate, huh?"
Man, we got take all the hands we need.
Sure, right. Welcome to the ship, mate. What is your name, huh?
Thank you. My name is Joffrey, and I'll do anything you need. I'll be your assistant.
Joffrey, that was way too easy, I'm not gonna lie.
What was way too easy?
I'm just kidding, mate. I'm just kidding. You're right. Anyway, we'll get you up to scratch. You can go over with Brett over here. Yeah, Brett. Come
Is
show
this
our
one
new
dangerous?
friend.
Pointing
You're
at
talking about this one?
the monster, the cookie monster. No, the
The
giant.
the big giant? No, he's absolutely harmless. He's like a teddy bear that could crush you with one blow.
Sounds delightful.
But he's absolutely fine. Aren't you, Cookie Monster? That's what you get.
The first time you probably see Joffrey make any like face, like, and then go back to pretty serious.
Go back to being collective.
Yeah.
It's very like almost toddler-like when he says his name. When he's just like, "Aren't you, Cookie Monster?" And he just kind of lifts his up. He's like, "Ah!" and then goes back down to like doing nothing. He seems relatively harmless, but he's still a gigantic giant in the center of the ship. Eventually, a small halfling girl, blonde of hair, a little bit shy, comes up and goes over to you and goes, "Right, oh, sorry. Right, sorry, I need to change voice." Right, I'll show you the run of things.
Sorry. That would be great, thank you.
And she takes you around it for a bit. And Naoko comes up to you, Axel, and goes, comes up to all three of you, minus Joffrey, and goes, "So, what's the sitch here?"
We can enter. These two just needs to have like a ring to track them.
And you can bring the giant into Draconia?
What can I say? I'm a charismatic guy.
I would be lying if I did not say I was impressed. Wow, that's fantastic. Right, I guess we park up at the gates then.
Yep.
And Axel, from what you recall, they did still need to, at least Gatekeeper Allclaw did tell you that he still needs to confirm about the entry to Draconia with higher ups. But they've allowed you to dock up at the gate and seemingly working on what they can potentially do about letting a giant come to the the city that is Draconia.
Oh yeah. I relay that information. I'm like, yeah. So this is what happened. He needs to talk to his bosses about it. I mean,
Nonetheless, Naoko is still relatively impressed.
Yeah. And I look at Naoko and I'm like, and I think Twig's found a new friend as well. The new guy.
You're talking about Joffrey, the new deckhand.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, what is this Twig's doing?
No, he came up and asked us, but then I felt a little spark between those two.
No, right. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not what I thought Twigs' type would be.
Me neither. But hey,
I thought it'd be like something way more feral, you know, like not a human, you know.
yeah.
Weird. I could almost imagine him with like I don't know, something that I imagine he likes quite big people. I can imagine with like a
Goliath, yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. A Goliath. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I thought it was. I would pin it at Goliath. You know, I
Yeah.
could see it's like a really big Goliath with that little guy. Could you imagine this set? Anyway, are we moving? Are we going to? Should we bring it up to the gate?
Yeah, let's bring it up to the gate.
Right, let's do it.
How the
And
fuck do you guys know?
What?
That you like Goliaths?
Yeah,
Wait, I don't know who's talking right now, Twigs or Willie.
Willie. About Twigs.
Is that common law? Would we work that out?
No, but that was already established in my head.
There you go. You obviously portray your character very well because we worked out that
Apparently.
you're a Goliath fucker.
That was a big thing I had in the back of my head, and when I was hearing you guys now, I was just like, oh, now it's gonna feel like I would have done that because you guys said so.
I see. Well, hey, if you truly are a Goliath fucker, then it's not the first big thing that you've had in the back of you.
Goliath dreamer, I would say.
Would you say Goliath rider?
Yes. No.
Rider of Goliaths.
Oh,
that a
that's a title to have.
Lover of half giants?
That is the new subclass we're working on.
Stay tuned. Subclass for what? Lover of giants? What is it? It's a bard. It's a subclass.
Fair. Sorry, sidetrack.
Nonetheless, you guys begin to move the ship forward. Brett shows the basic runs of the ship. Joffrey, you pick up on it. I'll tell you what. Roll a.
Ship check.
This will be an intelligence check for me. I'll say with proficiency. Intelligence with proficiency.
Intelligence with proficiency.
Yes.
24. No. 23. Sorry.
23, like riding a bike. You know the basics of a ship and all the basic. I mean, you're not given any specialist jobs straight away. So as soon as you guys prepare to move, you know exactly what you need to do. The ship is smaller than the previous one you have been traveling on as well. Looks like a smaller crew outside of the giant. But you pick up on everything you need to do pretty quick. Naoko notices that and turns over to you, Axel. And I don't know where you're at, Twigs, but turns over to Axel nonetheless and goes, it looks like he's doing pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
He's definitely been on a ship before.
It's yeah. He needed to go east as well, so.
Right. Well, perfect. The ship gets closer and closer to this diamond-shaped station. You were guided off to the right side, which is the opposing side to the other two ships that you're parked on. You see a what looks like a torchlight that is lit at the bottom platform, guiding you to park up alongside it. You slow down, follow those instructions, and eventually dock the ship in the side of the station.
Nice.
As you do so, you lower down the thrusters, and you are free to do what you want. But I think maybe we'll take a little break there. Seems like a good spot.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll be back to finish off the last little part of this session in about 10 minutes or so. Stick around, make yourself a coffee or a cup of tea if it's late at night. Get comfy, wrap yourself in a blanket, burn some incense unless your dog's got it, and we'll be back in a sec.
All
Or
right.
unless you
Are
are.
you gonna play some music for the stream, Joffrey?
I'm not a bar today.
Okay, sorry. Are you gonna play some music for the stream, Calais?
I might. No, take a break.
Well, if that's gonna happen, stick around. You might see some music. We'll be back in
Bye.
10 minutes.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. All right. Welcome back.
Whoa!
We're just,
What a
we're,
jam!
we're just here playing some ukulele, playing some guitar solos.
It was
Yeah.
terrible.
That break was actually we just needed to have a quick jam sesh.
Yeah.
See someone pushes in with some drums.
If we reach enough subscribers, we'll
drop a song.
We'll post a jam
We'll-
sesh.
we'll-
We'll
Yeah.
drop a
We'll
we'll
drop
drop a single called Skid Marks and
On Spotify.
Skid Marks and Big Cookies.
Is that the name of the single or the name of our band?
It's the name of the single.
Skid marks and cookies.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be a good name for the band, like Cookie Monster and the Skid Marks or something.
That's such an indie rock
that's
band.
so punky-ish.
Yeah.
My next
Yeah.
character is gonna be called Skid McMarks.
That better not be, better not be in one of my campaigns.
You play with
Okay.
Cum Rub, you're pretty.
Come Rob and Skip McMarks. God, that's like the duo we didn't know we needed.
Isn't Skid McMarks an actual character already?
Huh?
I don't know. Hey
Skid McMarks.
guys, we're back. We're back here and ready to go. So, where we left off, the White Whisper had just docked on the bottommost platform on the right side. What would y'all like to do?
Is there a mole?
Come again?
Is there a mole?
Is there a mole?
Mole.
Mall?
Shopping center.
A mall?
Oh, a mole. Roll an investigation check.
I was also like, a mole?
What is here around here? It's just like a dock to like a small like city type of thing, or
Yeah, not much. So essentially, if you look at the map, right, you guys are here.
yeah.
So what is here is this diamond-shaped structure, this platform that is skewered in between the small gap between these the giant black jaws of death. There isn't much here outside of ultimately it seems like a for less of a better term, like the customs into Draconia.
The suspense.
Yeah, there we go.
And,
Another break.
Classic.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do another jam session.
Bitches ain't shit. I'm not
No
gonna
one
sing
else?
the rest because that was about to get dirty.
It's just weird that you disappears every time you are actually talking. Mark and Brady. No. Marky Mark, I'm thinking of. Sorry. That's something else.
Willie, could you refresh? I don't think you can hear me.
Can you refresh?
Willie?
Willie?
Oh, sorry.
All right, and then
All right.
we'll get back into it when everyone's back. Oh no.
Oh God.
He became.
No.
If Twigs dies, you know what's up.
Oh god. Playable character.
gonna join adventure.
Just give you the giant, just give you the stat sheet for Cookie Monster and just let you free.
Solo mission.
Don't do that.
You blind sack of hit points. Yeah, so Fawtheen and the rest of you see it's like a for less of a better term, it's like a truck stop. It's like a midway stop heading on into the Draconian Expanse where they approve entry. You know, it also acts as a literal gate protecting this way in to the Eastern Expanse. There isn't a lot going on here outside of the actual guards and the Kaloon riders that seem to be around. On this level, you just notice the ship on the opposite side of you is just being loaded up with a bunch of barrels and crates. Yeah. Twigs, you're rolling an investigation check to find a shopping mall, yes?
Yeah. What does a dirty 20 get me?
A dirty 20 is there's no fucking shopping mall. But if you would like to spend the time to explore multiple levels, do you do that?
Yeah.
You do find set up here like one or two different traders, mainly specializing in what looks like rations and food and small and even larger ship supplies and ship repair supplies. They're mainly traders who are trading things that they know are going to sell at this point. You know, it's not a trading hub per se.
Do they have planks?
Planks?
Yeah.
Like wooden planks?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's on the middle floor. You can see towards the eastern side of the station what looks like almost like a sectioned off area. I say sectioned off, but it's really sectioned off by like an odd scattering of crates. Their own little setup to make the equivalent of a shop. And in there is a bunch of, they're stacked around, there's a bunch of sort of ship supplies, you know, planks that can be bought and used to readjust, as well as different parts, whether that be anchors, parts for the arcane thrusters. You know, you can see a lot of different things around there.
So as soon as Twig sees that, he's gonna sit on his ass in the middle of everything and whip out some paint, and he's gonna start making a shopping list. So if anyone else wants to do anything, I'm just gonna sit down and make a shopping list.
Are you making a shopping list on the planks? Sorry, or
on my planks on my shield.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You're gonna make your shopping list. Okay, cool. On your shield, cool.
Fawtheen is gonna approach Axel, and he's gonna say, like, I'm just gonna have a walk around and see what's up.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna go off the ship and walk into this place. And the reason why I wanted to leave is because I want to look for Klomaka.
Okay, and to be honest, it does not take you very long to find Klomaka. You sort of head up onto the, it's actually on the platform that you land on, the bottom platform. After sort of going around the corner, you see chatting with what looks like a tall, relatively handsome, well-dressed half-drow figure, your water genasi friend. The flowing watery dreads just seem to be circulating around within themselves. As you spot them, they seem to make eye contact with you. A little smirk comes across their face before, too far away to hear anything, they tap their half-drow companion on the shoulder, say something before departing and heading in your direction.
Cool.
As
I
you
walk up
head,
to him.
you head to meet halfway through the platform before stopping, that smirk still over their face. As they turn and go, good to see you, my young metallic friend. A single hand goes out for a handshake.
Fawtheen will grab it and shake his hand. Good to see you too.
Crazy coincidence to find you here, though, isn't it?
I guess so. I mean, you knew we were heading this way.
Yeah, you're totally right. I planned it all. It's been about the right time to check in on that report. So, tell me, what's been happening? What's been going on? It's your little,
I reach into his bag and hand him his notebook, where, like, diligently Fawtheen would have been writing kind of everything that he would have noticed about Nostradar, like any little feeling or anything he would have just been jotting down, pretty much.
Yeah, and you record everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Clomaker grabs the book and begins scouring through it, taking their time for eventually closing it. This is quite the report you got here. You weren't kidding. You take this quite seriously, huh?
Yes, of course.
Hey, that's fantastic. This is crazy, this sword. I can see it's still offering you a lot of power.
Yes.
And
I have yet to see this human that the sword was talking about.
Mm-hmm. I'm amazed it spoke to you. Was it more like a feeling, or did you hear an actual voice?
It was more like I was transported out of this and shown an image of this individual.
Right.
And told
And
the name.
you've written down the description and the name and everything?
Yeah. I have them written down here.
That is interesting. And you've yet to see this human, we'll say. Seems like a human, right?
Yes, indeed.
Aye. Wow. I feel like you're in a wee bit of a sticky situation, though.
Fawtheen will cock his head. Half so.
Well, your objective, we'll say, given to you by Nostradad, could prove relatively difficult in its completion, mainly because of this. And he points to one thing that you've jotted down on the page. And if you would like to tell me the description that you've written down.
Human, tan, handsome, scar on one eye, short hair, gold-plated armor.
And he points to the last thing that you just said, which is the last thing written down. You had a look around, mate.
Yeah. Draconia, warrior, I guess.
Aye, might be. So, you want to continue with the sword?
I would very much like to, if possible.
Aye, of course. And I think this research is relatively substantial, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not hard to find you, so. And your
True.
folks' plan is to head where? Into Draconia?
Yes. Axel has been wanting to go there for a while now.
Yeah.
Finally approaching it too.
Back home for the young lad, I imagine.
Yes.
Aye. Oh. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna tag along with you to Draconia, but I'll chill at the gate for a bit. We can maybe discuss more about the sword. If you could fill me in on any other feelings or any other descriptions, that would be fantastic, to be honest.
I can keep writing in the book if you like me to.
Yeah, no, most definitely, for sure. Maybe we'll call it another 2 weeks or so, and I'll come see you again. I'll tell you what, I'll meet you in Draconia at some point.
Looking forward to it.
Aye, sounds fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to leave straight away, to be honest. I'll probably stay here for another couple of hours, chill around, see what I can do. Yeah, mate, yeah, probably hang out with the circus folk. They seem pretty fun. Like,
Circus folk. What's a
yeah,
circus?
it's the ship up there. Oh, traveling performers, acrobats and different tricksters and magicians, that put on a beautiful show and stuff. These guys are
Do
amateurs,
they
but
fight?
man, you'd have to ask them. I doubt it, but like they're always up for a good show. You want to go see if they fight?
Nah, they don't seem very entertaining, as you call them.
Well, I suppose who's watching, right?
Guess so.
Anyway, let's go through a bit more about this sword. And as you guys continue to chat a little bit more in depth about it, is there anything else anybody else would like to do?
I'm just staying on the ship.
Nope.
I have my
Staying on the
shopping
ship?
list.
Yeah.
Same. Keep working.
Twigs, you've got your shopping list. Fantastic. Joffrey, you just trying to prove yourself on the ship, that you say? Sort of just...
Wait, is Twigs on the ship writing his shopping list?
Nope.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
okay. No, then I was keep working. Keep working.
Are you longingly every now and then you stare over
Yeah.
and see Twigs sitting there, curl your hair a little bit?
Stops working sometimes, just staring up, thinking about Twigs. Like, oh shit, I have to keep.
His gnarly little hand holding yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super calloused and dry and flaky with these large, long nails.
Yeah.
Wow, so comforting.
Mm.
Um,
Mrs. Calm Boys.
So my shopping
Maybe.
list.
Sure.
I want cinnamon.
Okay.
Fucking loads of it. I want an entire fucking barrel.
As much like a barrel of cinnamon.
Yes.
It's a lot of cinnamon.
It's a lot of
That
cinnamon.
is. You know how much cinnamon we use to make coffee for the crew? Oh, we need
True,
coffee.
true, true, true.
We need coffee.
Use some for his
Okay.
drinking.
So you need cinnamon, you need coffee.
Basic food.
Yep, rations.
Yeah, rations, like dry things so I can bake for Cookie Monster.
Sure.
Then I want to check if any of the places are trading in, or if they have any leftover trading, like bags of earth or mud or dirt.
Bags of earth, mud, or dirt.
I want to check if they have that, and if they have that, my list keeps on going.
Okay, dokie. Earth, mud, and dirt. Okay, I'll tell you what. Rations, coffee, easy to acquire. As much as you need to feed the crew for the rest of the trip to Draconia, minus what you already have rationed on there. Coffee is in wide supply. You can also get tea as well. You do find cinnamon there being traded within like the sort of food stalls, but not as much as you're looking for. There isn't a fucking barrel of cinnamon. But you do, if you want to buy them out of stock, you can purchase what would be the equivalent of like a jar.
I will buy them out of stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have much, so you essentially get a jar about this big, full of ground cinnamon.
Not gonna be enough,
wouldn't be
but I'll
ground
take
cinnamon,
everything. Give me.
It's full of a bunch. It'd be a bigger jar, and it's full of a bunch of cinnamon, like cinnamon
Yeah.
sticks and shit.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Earth and mud.
Or dirt, anything that you can plant shit in.
Yeah. One of the guys, you end up chatting with one of the shipmates, not actually the traders, as you're sort of looking for this, as you realize that the actual traders themselves don't seem to have any dirt on them. As one of them turns around and goes, one of the crewmates who you end up talking turns around to you and goes, I mean, yeah, I can sell you like one of my pot plants if you want. It's got dirt in it. Like that could work. But that's all I got.
Yeah, all right.
Cool. I mean, it's a pretty valuable plant, and they kind of scurry off and scurry back 5 minutes later, and they've kind of got like this pot about this big that sort of has this this sort of darker green fern-like plant that has the odd like long reed that seems to flower into white flowers at the top of it.
Cool. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, cool. We'll call it a gold for the plant.
Sure. How much is for?
And for the rest of it, for coffee and rations for the rest of the journey, 2 weeks for your entire crew.
$5 million gold.
$5 million.
Jesus, that's an expensive crew.
We only want the finest.
I want potatoes too.
Potatoes, I would say, in pretty good condition. Oh my God, Matt! How many crew members you got? Including Cookie Monster, who eats a lot more. It's probably gonna run you close to. I'm gonna say probably about 46 gold.
Yep. That's the coffee, cinnamon, and the food.
It's the coffee, cinnamon, and the food. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. After that, I want to buy planks.
Sure. Planks, how big? What for?
I want to buy a little bit so we can repair the ship.
Okay.
And I want to buy more in stock so we can buy we can build almost like what's it called when you build it outside to grow your own things?
Mixtures.
Like a garden box?
Yeah, garden box. There we go. Not a garden house, but a garden box. Two long ones.
Axel, how much damage has the ship sustained?
It has sustained. Where are you? So 42.
42 points of damage. So that's probably going 42 points of damage, and you're going to repair that. That's probably going to be averagely about 50 gold for the wood.
50? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we'll say 51 gold for the wood. And the extra on top of that is it's not much for the garden box, because that's not going to be too big. I would say probably another 7 gold.
I'll put it total 60 so we have extra in case.
Sure. So you buy 60 gold worth of we'll say building supplies?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I bought the potatoes. I want a lot of apples too. But that's just to specify the food choices.
Yeah, and easy enough. There's quite a lot of apples to get through here. They are Draconian apples, so they are relatively smaller. Sorry, excuse me. Smaller, much deeper red, but you get like a fair bunch.
Okay, cool. Can I buy way too much?
One more time, sorry?
Can I buy way too much? Can I buy like 3 barrels of apples extra?
Sure. 3 barrels of extra you're going to buy out of stock. They are going to charge you. That's going to like up it like another 10 gold for 3 barrels of Draconian apples.
Cool. That's my shopping list. I'm just gonna count out so everything's right. And remove that from me.
He's a little spender, this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Spends that cash. Is anyone else going to do anything while Twigs calculates his shopping spree?
I am gonna realize that this is way too much to carry, so I'm gonna run off and get Goffrey and a few crewmates to help me carry everything back.
Easy enough.
Yeah, I'll just follow. Just help.
Follow orders.
Yep.
Cool.
And I'll ask Twigs, is there anything else you need acquired while we're here?
No, but I will need you on the ship, I'll tell you that much. You have work to do.
Perfect.
You're gonna
Looking
build
forward.
me a garden.
Oh, is that so?
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
Weird
But
flex, but
okay.
okay. I like it.
Axel, as you're staying on the ship, you hear a familiar childlike voice go, Axel!
Yes, Cookie.
I want to play today.
You wanna fly?
Mm-hmm.
I love him so much.
I'll cast polymorph and turn him to a seagull.
And kind of starts to fly around and circles you a little bit and goes under the ship and starts just having a ball. Yeah, having the time of their life.
Yeah.
Goffrey, what's your passive perception?
It's as much as 11.
Oh, it's 11, right? Yeah, that's right. And the other person would be 14. Actually, no. No, you're too busy chatting. Twigs, you notice them on getting the crew in, starting to move these things back to the ship as you're kind of standing on the platform. You do see what grabs your attention. What looks like two wyverns that are flying in from the east. They are zooming as well. They almost crash land with the incoming speed, but sort of the moment you see the experience of these riders as they manage to instantly catch the wind, slow down, and skid into a landing. You see one of them jumps off and goes rushing up the stairs, almost in like a splash of panic.
Oh god.
That's not good. Better report this to Axel, and I will go back and report that to Axel. Something's up, mate.
As you follow the gang, as you cross the gangplank and head onto the ship, you start heading towards Axel. And before you get a chance to speak to him, you hear ringing over the entire station a loud ding 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 ding. These bells that seem to permeate throughout the entire space. As that all catches your attention, you watch as two different wyverns that were flying and circling the station, seem to swoop in to the sides of the station, each using the large claws to pick up what looks like a heavy chain on either sides of the eastern side of the station. Carrying this heavy train with struggle and strength, these wyverns flap their wings, rising ever so slowly upwards. As you realize, they seem to be raising what looks like a large chain curtain over the eastern entrance of the station. Below, you see another wyvern seems to swoop by, land on one side, and pull out a large pin before flying over to the other and does the same. Out of each side of the station, and doing so, a similar sort of chain curtain seems to fall downwards. The whole eastern side of the station is now walled by this heavy steel latticework from top to bottom, nearly as far as you can see. In fact, with the levels and the way it's based around the station, as far as you can see. You will notice that it seems like the defenses have been raised on the eastern side of the gate.
Is there any like guards near our ship?
Not like directly next to it, but there's a bunch of riders around, and you watch as they are all seemingly starting to move with haste, seemingly in one direction as well.
I want to kind of like get off the ship and run up to one of them. Be like, hey, what's going on?
You kind of run up and stop one. They don't have their helmet on. You can see a very like a fine, quite beautiful elven female, shaved head, very large ears, pale skin, the gold armor adorned as well. As they go, not too sure, about to find out, but don't worry. This is purely for your safety. And they continue to run.
Let me know if I can help.
They don't quite pay as much attention to that comment as they seemingly are relatively distracted and continue to head over to the eastern side of this platform. You do start to notice a lot of the Kaloon riders are starting to form up around this, including the gatekeeper as well, who has come down, and they seem to have bunched up almost in like a little team huddle, a group of them anyway.
All right. I want to kind of walk up to the gatekeeper.
Okay, you walk up to the gatekeeper, who's currently listening to one of the other Kaloon riders, one of the ones that had just recently landed in, their helmet slightly pulled up. You do notice on one side of them, of their armor, as well as the same side of their wyvern's armor, what looks like a splatter of blood that seems to have coated it, or at least one splash anyway.
Yeah.
You kind of come up right as you hear this rider going. You hear this rider that's landed, that's covered in blood, saying, and that was it. We decided to fly away after that. We couldn't really save him. It's about this time that you have been seen.
Yeah.
As the gatekeeper goes, me, Captain Axel Reyes. I assure you nothing is to be concerned about. Just safety precautions.
Let me know if I can help. We're quite capable, my friends and I.
Roll a persuasion check for me. I'd say with advantage because you have a giant on your ship.
And a sick seagull.
Yeah, you're right. Six seagulls, so I'll say disadvantage. Yeah, it balances out. No, I'm kidding. Advantage.
A dirty 30.
Ooh.
A dirty 30, did you just say?
Yeah.
Not a nat 30.
Natural 30. Goddamn. They turn around and go, well, you see, a rather aggressive white dragon has been spotted into the east, close to the station. Once this is dealt with, we can open the gates and continue travel for the eastern expanse, but it's not like a white dragon of this age to be heading towards these regions. And they attacked fellow Kaloon riders, which is not common nowadays.
Okay.
I don't know how you can help, but if you have any bright ideas, they are more than welcome at this point.
I'll go and talk to my crew, and if you know where to find us, but otherwise I'll find you.
Okay. And they continue to go back to discussing and chatting and seemingly planning.
I'll head back to the ship.
Axel, roll a quick history check for me.
Yeah.
I would say, Goffrey, you can also roll a history check.
Me
Well,
too.
I don't know shit. I rolled on that one.
Good to know. Nothing really clicks
Nope.
in your head right now, Axel.
8.
8. Yeah, that's all good.
I'm happy.
As you go back to the rest of the crew, you hear an echo comes up to you and goes, "What is going on?" Huh?
Apparently, like a white dragon has been spotted and attacked the squad.
Oof, fucking brutal, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird to have a white dragon attacking. I mean, not that familiar with Draconia, but you know,
Yeah.
I know there's obviously a heavier presence of dragons on this side of the expanse, naturally with the I guess the power coming from Mount Bahamut, but still, seems strange.
Am I carrying stuff or am I on the ship hearing this?
I don't know, Axel, did you kind of call rain back to all of the crew, or Joffrey, are you?
Just like so like Twigs, Neko. I don't know if Fawtheen is there, but just like the
You guys
Well,
tell me.
Fawtheen with
Clomaka.
Clomata, and I guess he would have rushed back to the ship as soon as he heard the bells, but not without saying to Clomaka, I want to know more about you and Arturo sometime soon, and then just rush off.
I guess so. You sort of catch that in the conversation before the bells start to ring as Clomaka turns to you and goes, "Well, I mean, sorry, accents and voices and stuff." Clomaka. Right. No, my God, I've forgotten the accent, guys.
I think the first one that you had was
But
right.
he's Scottish, right?
Right.
Scottish.
Yeah, no, but I keep going back to Nichols, right there. I just tell you bits and little bits, right? We got him back, right? I imagine you do, and there's a whole fucking lot to tell. As you know, it's not just me and Arturo, right?
And Fawtheen would have just said that and dashed off as soon as he heard the bell.
Yeah.
So,
That's
like,
about when the bells go off.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
soldier sense, priorities came into place, and he just had to go.
Yeah. Cool. That happens, and you seem to rush off. I'll tell you what, Fawtheen, give me a little perception check. So Joffrey, are you? Where are you?
I would-
At the end
I
of the
w- I
ship
would keep-
watching.
I would keep carrying stuff if that's still needs to be done. So
Sure.
I guess I'm not there.
Still on duty, still loading the ship.
Yeah. So I guess I don't hear them discuss.
Yeah. Twigs, you're chatting with Axel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Tell you about the white dragon.
Have I heard anything about white dragons from Elder?
Roll a history check for me.
17.
17. I mean, naturally, dragons are a great topic to chat about, especially with someone who knows their bits and pieces. Although, from your understanding, your outer never necessarily had any experiences with a white dragon, but knew their fair share of about chromatic and metallic dragons. You do remember them expressing to you that there is majority of dragons in the world live in the Draconian Expanse. They live in the Eastern Expanse. Even ones that do make their homes or spend their time in the West will tend to head back and forth, migrate back and forward. It's not too certain why, whether it's just a terrain they feel most comfortable in, whether it's got something to do with Mount Bahamut and the presence of, I guess, the divine presence of the Platinum Dragon or the Platinum Dragon's not so friendly wife. But you do know that, yeah, the Draconian Expanse seems to have a lot more about white dragons in particular. I mean, you know that they are ice and cold based. But with the 17, you haven't really heard a lot. You do sort of pick up that there aren't really any like great tales of white dragons that you know of.
William knows why, but not Twigs.
I know William knows why, but Twigs does not. 14. What was that perception check?
16.
16. You start to head over back towards the ship. And as you do, you kind of look over to the side. You're barely away from Clomarca, as you do get a glimpse of a bunch of the Kaloon riders that are beginning to gather and discuss. You actually, at this point, judging off the timing, you see Twigs sort of heading back to the ship in front of you. And interesting enough, Fawtheen, you recognize one of them. The common Kaloon gold armor being the first giveaway. And after that, you notice what appears to be these ruggishly handsome features on a human face. Short, dark hair, and a scar over the eye of the blood-soaked Kaloon rider who had just landed and is now reporting to the rest of the crew. You feel a vibration, almost a pulse, like a second heartbeat on your back, as instinctually you feel drawn towards the large weapon holstered, the large, sharp quest giver that sits on your back.
Fawtheen is gonna kind of stop when he feels that. Gently grab the handle, the hilt of the sword, and says, "Not the right time," and then let go and keep on running towards the boat.
Roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Do I see this?
Oh, you shot himself.
He saw me. Do I notice Fawtheen acting weird?
You are running in the you guys are like running in the same heading in the same direction currently, heading for the boat. You can roll a perception check for me, but with disadvantage because your priority is not what 14's up to.
Oof. Okay, never mind. I rolled not one. I don't give a fuck.
You're not the focus at the moment. What was that con save?
9.
9. Oof. 1 second.
What's that? What the fuck?
It's a couple of dices.
It wasn't many. It wasn't many. You're fine. As you sort of reach back and say that, not the time, you feel almost the edges of your vision seem to blacken as you instinctually go to let go of the sword and you can't. You feel that heartbeat, not like a beat, like a solo, like a singular thud that continues to beat more and more into your consciousness, taking over you. As you do, you try extremely hard to let go of the sword, and you finally let go of its grip as you feel this rush of pain that surges through your body. You do suffer 24 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Damn!
And you still feel the that seems to be encompassing your vision or your being. As you stand there, a few moments pass before you do feel a hand on your shoulder. As you react rather gently, you turn to see your blue friend. You right, me?
Yeah.
You look like you've seen a ghost. Or maybe like soon to be a ghost, you know what I'm saying?
You know a lot.
Well, you just told me a lot, mate. And seemingly you just stopped, panicked, and started reaching for your sword in the middle of this chaos.
Yeah, it's thumping on my back right now.
Stomping. Is it
Thumping,
talking to
like
you?
the heartbeats,
Like a heartbeat?
almost. It just gave me a mad headache.
Can you communicate with it?
I don't know. I haven't really tried.
Kind of leans in closer to you. Are they here?
Yes.
There's a very calm demeanor with Clomucker. They look more intrigued than anything, and slightly excited. Well, maybe I'll hang out with you a bit longer, and we can work out a wee plan, if you're keen.
Sure. You seem quite resourceful. You might be.
Oh, I do think so. As long as you're up for it, mate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we
let's go.
can stop the research here, and then I can take the sword back.
Follow me back to the ship.
All right, let's do it. And you eventually head back to the ship, joining up with the rest of the crew. Goffrey at the front, currently working and loading goods on axle twigs, and Anayako are talking as you seem to come up with Clomucker following behind. And as you all meet up, is there anything you would like to do, guys?
I look at Clomucker.
So look
Killing
like
the
that.
dragon.
I look at Clomucker and like, hey, what are you doing here?
You're right, mate.
Hey, compass.
Hey.
I'm here doing that. You remember, we worked out a deal. I'm here just picking up a little bit of research on Fawtheen here. Thought I'd check in on you folks to make sure everything's alright.
Fine. Yeah. Yeah, there's a
Crazy though. You got any idea what the fuck's going on here?
White Dragon attacked the squad.
Aye, White Dragon. Oof, nasty things.
So we're gonna kill a dragon now.
I told the gatekeeper we could help if he needed.
Wait, what side is the dragon on?
The east side.
Side we're on.
Well, the eastern side.
Eastern side.
Well, yeah. They told you, Axel, that it's on the eastern side, and
Yeah.
you notice that these large curtains, these large chain walls that have been lifted and been dropped on either side, are on the eastern side of the gate as well.
If I'm hearing this, I guess I am if I'm on the ship.
Mhm.
I would walk
Say
up.
so.
So is the dragon the reason we're not leaving yet?
One of the reasons, yeah.
One of
And we-
many reasons,
Then
yeah.
perhaps we should kill it.
Aren't you a brave one?
You're all a bunch of fucking brave ones, aren't you? Listen to you. You're like, yeah, let's go kill a
Don't
dragon.
fucking
like,
look at me. I don't want
I'm
to fucking
looking-
kill a dragon.
It was your idea first,
I-
mate.
No, I didn't say anything about killing a dragon.
Right, are we all in agreement that he was the first one to talk about killing a dragon?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Angry little ball of fire wants to go and take on an ice dragon.
Oh, you
I what, mate?
fucking angry. I'll fucking show you hell flames, and I'll produce flame in my hand.
But fair enough. The sooner
eat
the dragon is dead, the sooner we can get out of here. So any one of you guys have any bright ideas?
You take a
Axel.
moment as. Oh, sorry.
Why don't you
Carry
do like you did last time and transform him into fog?
that's the slime shit that I'm using, it's only temporary.
Yeah, but it'll fall into the endless nothingness down.
That's true, but if it's only temporarily, it might just fly back up, you know.
Temporary enough for us to get through, maybe?
Maybe. Clomaca is, how do I put it? Shifting their attention to you a lot, Fawtheen. Quite like, I don't know how to put it. They're putting their attention on you, if that makes sense. But you guys are currently standing in a wee circle around the helm. Goffrey, Axel, Twigs, Fawtheen, as well as Aneko and Clomaca. There's a silence that breaks over the helm as the bells ding 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 purvey over the area as you take a moment to breathe before working out what your plan is. And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Nice.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa! What to end
Wow.
the session, unless there is anything else you guys would like to input before we call it.
No.
Yeah, I'll just go and kill the dragon.
Hey,
No.
to slaying the dragon.
Wow.
Cool.
Alright,
Yeah,
guys.
well, we'll call it there.
Yeah, I
This
have
is
to
a
get
new
going.
gear shit.
Okay.
Alright.
Hey, thanks, all you watchers.
Bye.
Mwah.
Peeps.
Mwah.
Goodbye, Mango Manches. See you next week.
See you next
Stay
week.
fruity.
See you next week. Stay
Bye.
fruity.